Right now, in the California fires, there's over $20 billion at loss for insurance claims right now. Over 157,000 people who are being evacuated, and over 57,000 structures that have been damaged. So tonight we wanted to talk about financial lessons learned from the California fires. It's a lot of craziness going on out there right now. It seems like it's always happening every year, but we want to talk about it today because sadly it's been happening. So everything that happens is a learning lesson. So how y'all doing today? By the way, welcome to the Black Wolf Rebel Show, our Friday edition of Financial Fridays. How y'all brothers doing?
Man, I'm on chill time. I don't know what Jim's doing, but I'm on.
Man, it's Freedom Fridays, man, because Kamari be forgetting the name of our shows, man. So, I got to correct my brother, man.
Man, we the hardest working men in show business.
Freedom Fridays is here.
Listen, man, I was flown on that and I messed it up. You're right. Freedom Fridays is there.
Freedom Fridays, you did.
Thank you for embarrassing me in front of everybody, Jim.
Listen, it's the family here, man. The folks that come kick it with us on Friday is the family, so it's all love.
But what about the people who are just new? Just besmirch my name.
No besmirchment, man. No besmirchment, man. Listen, the village is growing. Shout out to everybody who's a member of the village. We had a great week in the village. You know what I'm saying? Getting that chicken this week. Live classes for village members only. You know what I'm saying? For those that are in the village, you see, a little real estate class dropped this week. Stack Sats dropped earlier this week. But we here though, man. How you brothers doing, man?
I'm good, man. I am good. It's the city smacked me around a little bit yesterday. Got me for some chicken.
You gotta pay to play, man. Listen.
I guess, but I'm not playing. So that's the problem. I'm not playing.
Listen, man, you don't play around, nor do you F around. I can tell by the bodies that are left around.
Okay.
And the brother jumps up to get beaten down. I'm sorry, my fault.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone, man. But with that being said, speaking of KRS-One, man, I was, the algorithm sent me a video the other day. He has a video where he's teaching a class on hip hop from the Hip Hop Temples on YouTube.
Right.
And you talk about blatherskite. I tried to watch the first episode, and I'm like, he's not saying nothing. He was just. I'm gonna send it to you, because I'm not gonna judge him, because I don't know where the class is going, because it's supposed to be multiple. But that first episode, dog, was like. You talk about someone just tooting their own horn. That's all it was.
I mean, the typical hip hop classes are always dope. Like I watch them, they do get long in the tooth.
No, this is a new one he just dropped. Where
it's a new one.
It just came out this week, and it was like I was like, dog, what is he even saying here? Like, I'm gonna send it to you because I want to get your perspective, because I know you.
I'm a Chris Stan.
I know. That's why I said I want to get your
Stan.
perspective.
Listen, I don't have nobody saying I'm a Chris Stan. I don't like the other slander though that I get from Jimmy.
No, listen. I get it, right? So to me, when you talk about the Mount Rushmore, there's 4 dudes at the Mount Rushmore. I think everybody else falls under their branch. So I think he may be one of them. It's Chris. You know what I'm saying? We got BDK. We got the 18th letter. You know what I'm saying? It's probably 5 because it's probably actually 6. G-Rap, Slick Rick, and LL. In terms of like just everybody being branches. Now I see you debate. You want to debate this
because you're disrespecting the elders.
No. They come from others, but what I'm saying is I feel like that class right there is like the definitive branches. Now, there's something that led to that. Obviously, there's seeds that are planted that lead to those branches. But I think that class right there, I can kind of put everybody after them in one of those, people that fall on the multiple sides of that.
But to be historically accurate, Chris would say he's from the Melly Mel branch.
I understand that, but that's not what
others would say. Big Daddy Kane and G-Rapper from the Grandmaster Cass branch.
Now, I totally get that too.
I just love to get to the essence of hip hop and not the derivatives.
But I understand that. But what I'm saying is the cats that came after them fall under those branches, and none of them. Like for instance, your favorite rapper that you take up for all the time,
lies,
right?
lies and deception.
He will fall under the BDK branch. He's not. None of them are trying to be Melly Mel, dog. Let's just keep it a B. I'm a chill.
You don't have to try to be Melly Mel to be influenced by him. Chris has said he's under the Melly Mel branch. I understand
what you're saying, man, but I'm making a bigger point. But the point I was actually making is considering that I see this as the branch that everybody falls under. If you are under the Chris branch, I'll probably be under the 18th letters branch, because that's kind of like when my Stanley, my if I'm a stand of anyone, that's where it started. You couldn't tell me nothing about him when I was a young man.
So listen, I'm cool with the 18th letter. He's a genius. He's a god. But I challenge you to an 18th letter versus BDP KRS-One.
You don't want to do that. You don't
in the
want to do that.
village.
You don't
I'm
want to do that.
gonna tell you something. Chris's catalog and portfolio is way bigger than our.
Well, I mean, it depends upon whether you want quantity or quality.
Both.
Nah.
BOUF. Both.
You ain't gonna do that. You're not gonna do that.
Put it behind the wall, baby, in the village.
We can have that battle, dog. We could do it. We could do a versus style where we do which would do 10 tracks.
20,
Pick your
20,
favorite 10,
20,
your top 10,
20
your top 10 crates.
versus
I know, I want
20.
to get again. I said
Rakim ain't got 20.
Now you just being.
Did he say 18 Butter don't got 20 good songs?
He disrespectful. He disrespectful.
Come on, all right.
First of all, Paid in Full by itself right there is like damn near dime. So we like, you know what I'm saying? So now I can just cherry pick stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can cherry pick off Follow the Leader.
And Criminal Alignment is not. I think Criminal Alignment is better than Paid in Full.
All right, let's move on because you.
I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, I'm not going because they both legends. I won't argue that.
All right, Corey. Thank you for.
I don't want you to get struck down, so I just want you to keep it moving, man.
Oh man, broke it down to its very last compound. See how it sounds?
A little unrational.
There we go. All right. So Jimmy made a great video this week, y'all.
You gotta know the ledge, Kamari. That's the problem is you don't know the ledge. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
This pullback in price. This might not be for you.
But wait a minute. Before we get into this, Jimmy, there's a pullback in price in Bitcoin.
Yes, it is.
Where we at now?
Right now, as we currently speak, and I'm gonna give it to you to the second, we are at $94,720.65.
All right, so let's get back into this.
If you're complaining about this pullback in price, this might not be for you. There's been a pullback recently in Bitcoin, and I have people all across my timeline complaining and acting scared. I mean, listen, this is nothing. I mean, I really don't concern myself with price. I look at what's going on with the network. And by the way, here's a quote from Robert Kiyosaki. He says, Bitcoin is crashing. Great news. I continue buying Bitcoin because Bitcoin crashing means Bitcoin is on sale. Remember, buy low and hold on for dear life. Less than 2 million more Bitcoins to be mined. He is right. But also, like I said, I look at the network. According to the latest data from Visa, the Bitcoin network is now processing just as many transactions as PayPal. In fact, it's also approaching Visa in itself. So the network is growing. The network always is growing. Just go back and do your Googles, do a little bit of history, do the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Go look up and see how the network continuously grows.
Go look up the history. Shit, don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit. See what I'm talking about.
Go Google that shit.
About, man.
But the fact remains, am I going to sell any? Yeah, right. Also, if this drop has you contemplating whether you should be in this space or not, that's just soft. Pause, but it's soft.
Soft, that's some soft shit. Shut that soft up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to, man, shut that soft shit up, man. So, you ain't with me.
How about this?
Great video, Jimmy. Great video.
Thank you. My executive producer, Kamari Ellis, I appreciate you.
No. You did all that on your own. Listen, for the record, fuck Robert Kiyosaki because he's a racist piece of shit, but I believe Jimmy's correct in his analysis. I'm really interested to see what everybody else has to say about Jimmy's analysis.
Fucking man, John Wayne.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Y'all know I don't like dude. But
yo, shout out everybody doing this, man. The numbers is growing. Everybody coming here. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But, you know, I see everybody in the building. We appreciate you. Shout out to all the members of the village.
You know what? Somebody sent me some fire for you too. Wait, listen. By the way, we have the best crew in the world. Shout out to Don Johnson for slandering me and Jimmy the other day.
I don't think that was that. I think you took that the wrong way. I think he was bringing it to our attention. He wasn't calling us.
No, I thought it was funny. I thought it was
funny. But Don does it all. Listen.
I know he does. He does, and I love it. Yo,
Don tagged me on something Paul's on Twitter the other day. And I was like, it just lets me know, man, that there's a lot of work for us to do. As much as we feel like there's a lot of people that are on the ball when it comes to finances or understanding what's going on in our culture, there's a lot of work to do, man. And, you know, shout out to Don, man, for Don, you know. Lorraine and Don keep me abreast of all the madness going on in the world, man. Shout out to Lorraine as well.
Shout out to both of them. All right, we're going to get into tonight's topic again. What financial lessons can be learned from the California fires? All right. Again, this happens all the time. It always seems like this natural event continues to happen. Lives. And so we are at an age that we know some of the things that are going on. What are we going to do to be prepared for them? So tonight we wanted to talk about that. And let's start off with this here.
But I just took it for granted. And then at 3:35, she said, we got to go. We get out at 3:35 this morning. We're driving down the street.
Can you imagine getting woken up at 3:35 in the morning and saying, let's go?
Nothing good is happening. Well, I shouldn't say that, but never mind. Let me just keep going. I apologize.
Past a fire about half a block away from our home. And when we passed that fire, I'm nervous because the fire hadn't gotten west of Lake, and we're west of Lake. We come back about 8 o'clock, and we see that everything has burned up. The house is totally engulfed in flame. The car, it's gone. The trailer, it's gone. Everything is gone. And I didn't take it serious, so I didn't grab anything because I'm like, okay, we're going to be all right.
Man,
We're going to be all right. He was listening to Kendrick.
Gonna be all right. I mean, that's heartbreaking, man. This whole thing is heartbreaking.
Yep.
Some of the visuals are difficult to watch because it doesn't look real. But what that reminded me of, that specific clip, it reminded me of Katrina, because I remember seeing so many videos of people doing Katrina that was like, we just thought this was like another deal that happens all the time.
Yeah, it does happen all the time. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, even when we look at this right here, can you imagine seeing that?
No, dog, that doesn't look real. It's like
out of a movie, right? Like out of kind of CGI-ish.
Yeah, man. This is yeah. My heart breaks, bro, because man, listen. And I have so many thoughts about what's going on, man, because I see a lot of people like online who are kind of like, well, those are rich folks anyway, if you can afford to live over there. And it's like, dog, like, it's not the time and place for that. It's not the time and place for the politicians who are trying to politicize everything. It's like people are losing their lives and they're losing like literally everything they work for, man. So this is just sad, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Everybody over there is not rich.
That too.
I know some people who have family there. They're not rich. I mean, it might be a nice home. California is a weird place. Everything's impacted by the sunshine tax. So you might have a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home that's $500,000, but it's nothing special. So, you know, we kind of got to be careful about that.
Well, I mean, there's also Prop 13. There's a lot going on in California, politically and such, but value is value. But with that being said, the point I was making is sometimes things are like really serious and everything's not meant to be politicized. And look at this, man. Look at this.
I mean, what would you do if you're in that?
Poor dog.
Yeah, you got the dog there.
Damn, like the whole house engulfed in flames. Like that is absolute chaos.
But the crazy part is like a lot of the videos I saw, people like, yeah, they told us to leave, but again, people not taking things as serious as they should. Right. And I even understand why, right? If something always happens, you know what I mean? Like, listen, we've all lived in the hood before, right? Where, you know, you might hear some gunshots and you just keep going about your day like you ain't here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like one time, me and Corey was teaching a class in the hood.
Yes,
right?
he was.
We was on, what street was that? We was on Wayne Ave in the hood, though, teaching this class to the kids in the neighborhood. And, it went down with somebody at the corner, pop, pop, pop. And it's like, it's sad, but it's true. Like, everybody kept going about their business. Main man got like laid out on the corner, but even the kids weren't even like, no. And I told Corey after the fact, I was like, the crazy part is we're so conditioned that we just kept going about our business. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I say all that to say when you go through like fires and things like that, if that's what happens in your area, then a lot of times you won't take it as serious as you should. But I mean, it's a lesson in this, man.
Correct.
Yeah,
there's
several lessons, man. But
all right, dude. Yeah, let's get out of here.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, look at this, man. Like, I mean, the other video was crazy too, but it's like, damn.
All right, dude. Yeah, let's get out of here. We tried, bro. I'm sorry. We tried our best. Yeah, and when this tree falls, it's over.
Yo, that's like straight out of a movie. I feel like
Yeah,
out of
it's wild, bro. Like 2025, right? That's where we at now. I'm about to say 2024. 2025 is wild because we get to see things like as they're happening.
Yep.
It makes me think about like all the different things that happened historically. Like, what if we had smartphones? Right? Because it's a whole side of TikTok. I don't even want to bring this up. That like where they be like having wars in Africa, like with the child rebel soldiers, and they be streaming them. It's like a whole.
I never saw that.
Dog, it's like a whole side of TikTok that someone put me down with, and you see them like in the trenches with the guns. The kids like, yo, like, you know, and But I always think about like, damn, like we get to see everything. We get to literally see everything.
Yep. I thought you was gonna say 403 TikTok. Like that's
that's a whole different side of TikTok.
No, but that's the wildest thing I've seen. However,
I've never heard of that. My accountant told me to look that up, but you know, shout out to him. But, but no, TikTok got different sides. They got a lot of stuff going on. But it's just so sad. It's heartbreaking. You know, man, we got to find a way to do something for some folks out there, especially our folks, man. Like, you know, I feel like I just need to do something, because, you know, whether it's financially or whatever it may be, because it's tough, man.
It's very tough.
Sorry, bro. Gotta get out of here. Oh, shit. Holy shit.
I also don't know if I was thinking about streaming like this is going on around me. Like,
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yo, so I had a similar. It wasn't fires, but this summer, in Houston.
Oh, the weather,
the tornadoes in the. It wasn't even just tornadoes, man. It was just like it was tornadoes and hurricanes, and it knocked down every tree in my neighborhood. And if you know anything about Texas, it ain't nothing but trees. And so it knocked down every tree in my neighborhood. It knocked down how like people trailers was flipped over. Like Houston ain't had power for 2 weeks. I ain't had no power in my crib for a week.
And that's why Corey's back in Philly right now.
And that is exactly why I'm in.
Yo,
the thing about it was though, I got trapped because the trees had fallen in my neighborhood and I couldn't get out. It was trees. So I called Jim during the storm. Boom, storm hits the crib and we don't get washed away. But I packed up all the stuff in the car and we ready to bounce. So, I mean, soon as the last drop of rain stopped, I was ready to bounce. And couldn't bounce because I got on the road and it was a tree laid down in the road. And then not only was it a tree laid down in the road, I drive up on the tree like, all right, if I drive around this joint on board lawn and go around, can I get around? It was like 5 other trees up the road. So I couldn't even move until they came and removed the trees off the road.
Yeah.
To even go stay at a hotel for a week and pay thousands of dollars.
It's crazy because I was talking to him doing a thing. He was sending me pictures. I'm like, yo, it's crazy because it's like I felt bad because he had the kids with him. Like, but ain't nothing I can really do. That's Mother Nature, dog. You can't, you can't rumble Mother Nature.
It's like the feeling of helplessness is why I bounced. Like shit is so like the actual feeling of helplessness.
Let me ask you a question, Corey. I never asked you this though. If any, what lesson did you learn from that experience?
You as prepared as you are, you never prepared, man. You never prepared. Like I had the go bags where everybody, you know, we had the the flashlights. Everybody bag had food in it. We had I had the John, the dolly to pull my car out just in case it flooded, and I needed it because it did flood. I had all of the stuff in the back of the car just in case like my battery went dead because of the water. And I had like a jump kit. I had a little portable generator, and none of it meant nothing, bro. None of it meant shit. Because if my house had got pushed over, like we'd have just been dead. Like we was just literally helpless And then I was just telling you when I went back for Christmas that like a mile from my crib, the firefighter house got hit by a twister and pulled the roof off the firefighter's house. And so it's a firefighter's house, a Dollar Tree, and like a little mini farm right next to each other. And the firehouse, like the fire trucks was upright, but the roof of the fire truck got knocked off. And then if you look, when I looked into the little garden, it was like people's trailers from other people's cribs was in the garden, like crushed the garden. But I wasn't even worried about the garden. I was like, damn, I hope there ain't no people in them trailers that got flipped over. Like
some things, this is just like proof that some things like there's nothing you can do about it. Like the universe,
and this was a mile from my crib. If that twister had spun a mile over, my crib could have got knocked over.
Oh man, you been like Dorothy. It's nothing you can do about it though, dog. It's like
I was like, this is absolute chaos. I like, how do people live through this entire lifetime? Boy, it was like, I've been going through this 30 years. That's why he was so like, I'm like, oh, bro, like 30 years.
But see, like, but that's the problem. Like, it's like
it's a way of life.
It's the boy who cried wolf, right?
And then when it gets serious, then you don't get out in time. Like I was absolutely like I was prepared, bro. And I don't go nowhere without the Smith and Wesson. And so, you know what I mean? Like my go bag had all the, the
essentials.
But I can imagine that helplessness because even as prepared as you were with the go bag and everything, like if you can't move and get nowhere, what you gonna do? Like
we had to go bags and nowhere to go because the road was blocked off.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
That was wild. I was like, yo, this is.
And when I look at this situation, right, that's the other part too. Everybody was like, man, you should have just evacuated. It's like some folks don't have the ability to evacuate, so
they don't have the means.
The means, yeah.
And that's right.
What's crazy is my wife said, if you gonna bitch about it, you should leave the night. And I was like, I ain't gonna bitch about it. This is wind. I'm gonna be good. And she was for sure right. I ain't gonna lie. Like she was for sure right. Cause I was bitching. I ain't even going front. I was going I was like, man, this is the most helpless thing I've ever been through in my entire life.
Wait, I want to show this last clip.
Okay. Did you love and lose in the fire?
I lost everything. From a guy with everything to nothing. I spent my whole life helping people. And I didn't think it would happen to me, but it did. But I have my health and my life. About 10 or 12 years ago, I was going home, going up lake, and I see this person sitting on the bench shaking, which I knew him anyway, because I coached him when he was in high school. He says, where's your jacket? He says, Coach, I don't have one. I said, okay, put that. I ended up giving all of my jackets away. A lot of people helped me when I was a kid, so that makes it different. I used to have a sporting goods store. Then I started giving away shoes because when I was going to elementary school, I prayed many days because my shoes had holes in them.
I mean, I remember when I originally watched this, man, I really wanted to cry. I mean, this...
Because it's crazy, like...
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Right? So, it's short of money, I give them the shoes anyway. The young man today drove at least 200 or 300 people to see their houses, and I offered to give him some money for gas. He says, no, I won't take it, Walt, because you wouldn't take it. Maybe he's gonna be my replacement, which wouldn't be bad, you know? I'm one of these dumb guys think you can save the world. I would think that way till I die. I've been knocked down before, but not like this. Times are tough, but I'm not giving up.
Times are tough, but I'm not giving up. I love that. But yo, I mean, he's the model dude. He's the model black citizen, in my opinion, right? He's worked, built a business, did everything right, helped the community, and then, like you said, Mother Nature comes through and it does what it does.
Some things you have no control over, man. Sad. It's absolutely sad.
But as we look at this, what can we do? Because we all do have some power, right? So what can we do to be ready financially, legally for situations like this?
It's funny, right? I was talking about this on on an episode of Stack Sats or Die Trying, which is the best Bitcoin podcast on the internet. But I don't. But there's an episode I did. It's called "What Anne Frank Taught Me About Bitcoin," and a lot of the conversation was about preparedness. Because when I learned more about her story and what happened to them, it was like it's kind of.
And who is Anne Frank?
Anne Frank, who during the Holocaust, her and her family and a couple other families were living in an annex, ducking in Amsterdam, ducking Hitler and the squad for a long period of time. In terms of how they were living, it's considered a long period of time. The grand scheme of life is not a long period of time, but. Go watch that episode because what I'm talking about is being prepared. Like a lot of times this goes into a deeper financial conversation if you really want to have a conversation.
I want to have the conversation.
Yeah, I see this with even retirement, right? Where people don't think about it to the last minute. I've had so many people come to me in their 50s and 60s like, all right, I want to start planning for retirement. I need your help. I'm like, dude, you about 30, 40 years late. Like, you know what I'm saying? So even when it pertains to this, like some things you have no control over, but there are things you do have control over. And it's about thinking about shit hits the fan scenarios when shit's not hitting the fan. You don't wait till the shit hits the fan and start thinking about shit hits the fan scenarios. I'm not telling everybody to run out there and grab Judy kits, but do you have a plan? Have you talked to your family about if this happens, this is where I'll be, or this is where you can find me, how to get in contact with me? We talk about just documentation and paperwork all the time on our episodes, but it's so much deeper. If you have to have a go bag where you want to grab certain things that are valuable to you, where is it? Or what are those things that you grab in a situation?
Right. What is a go bag? A lot of people don't even know what a go bag is.
Yeah. Or a Judy kit. Shout to Tracy and put me down with the Judy kits.
I don't even know what that is. What's a Judy kit?
Yeah, dog. Look up a Judy kit online, dog. It's when you want to prepare for, what's going to happen. Tracy and Courtney was telling me about getting Judy kits, and I was like, what? Yeah. So, yeah, anyway.
And we had to join the water cleaning joints in ours. Like we had the first aid kits. So mine had first aid kits. We had the water cleaning joints. We got, couple snack item joints that'll get us through. A couple canned goods. Mine had a Bowie knife and a couple clips and some, a couple. And then it was, some clothes, like a day and a half worth of clothes. We spent a week in a hotel with a day and a half worth of clothes, bro. I was washing clothes every day. I spent like $3,000 that week. It was crazy.
But here's the other part though, right? Like you had the $3,000 to spend. Not like that. Not like you just want to throw $3,000.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is you have resources. And I think that's also important. Like in terms of having resources for an emergency, right?
That's why it's important to live below your means.
Yeah, man. Or expand your means, But either way, it's really about just putting thought into it. You guys talked about intentionality on the last show, like being intentional, but you got to be intentional with a lot of things, man. To Corey's point, let me quote Corey now. I already quoted you, Kamar. Now I got to quote Corey.
You didn't quote me, but that's okay.
I always quote you, bro. I was like, go look at the 304s on TikTok. That's a Kamari quote. But anyway, I digress, man. So let me quote Corey real quick. Corey often says, when are you going to get serious about something, right? And that quote always sticks with me, Paul, because it's like,
it's real.
We got to be prepared for anything, man. Now, granted, this situation is like, it's nothing at all you could do about some of this, but you can also just not be completely assed out like some folks were. I've seen some horror stories about people who just had no preparedness. I saw other stories where, now good thing is most of the stories people still have their life, which is the most important thing. You can't replace that. So even the gentleman we just watched who had the sad story, he's still here with us. He just said that I got my health and I'm here. I think it's important to focus on that too, but some folks are better off than others, man, because they had a certain level of preparedness.
Yes, but you kind of mentioned something a minute ago. You said we talk about the paper, and I think those things still apply to the situation too. I think life insurance still applies in this situation. I think reviewing your homeowner's insurance in this situation, all situations matters, because if you live in a fire zone, sometimes some insurances won't cover.
Review all your insurances. How about that? Car insurance, life insurance, review it all.
But you need to know what will and will not be covered. Just like if you're in a flood zone, sometimes you have to get special insurance for that. So as Jimmy just said, review all your insurances.
Listen, man, the one thing I learned like through my study of Bitcoin is the power of decentralization, not only as it pertains to the Bitcoin network, but just things in life in general, right? So as an example, all of my documents that are important, all my insurances, passcodes, everything that I have, right? I could grab that and be on the move, but it's also decentralized. I have a copy stashed somewhere else that only certain people know about. So, God forbid something happens that, where this whole place is gone, I got the important stuff decentralized. So,
I think that's important. I think
yes.
that's important.
Yes.
Now, but what's the backup, right? Is it just you? Is it a cousin that's across country? Like, how do you even begin to think about that, Jimmy?
Oh, listen, man, I thought about it. It came from, obviously, everything I get comes from reading a book. I read a book. It was called The Bitcoin Billionaires. It's actually a narrative about the Winklevi twin from Facebook fame who ended up creating the Gemini exchange. But it's a book about their journey into Bitcoin and them becoming billionaires through Bitcoin. And some of the lengths that they went in terms of protection, I was like, all right, they're a little bit drawn. Right, so everyone knows I shouldn't say everyone knows because most people probably don't know. That you get when you create a Bitcoin wallet, your private keys are stored on either 12 or 24 words. As long as you have those 12 or 24 words, you have access to your wallet. So the physical Bitcoin wallet is nothing but a signing device. It's not an actual wallet where your Bitcoin sit on. I was having this conversation with Malik yesterday. I think I'm gonna make a video about it because it was talking about the fires. So as long as you have those 12 or 24 words, you're good. And those of us who are Bitcoiners who are deep into the space, we actually take steel plates and we put our actual codes on steel plates, so fire can't even do anything to them. Now,
you mean like a license tag?
No. There's actual plates that are made specifically that are fireproof plates that you can actually just carve your 12 words on. But that's another story. But listen, getting back to the Winklevi, their security, they thought about everything when they realized how Bitcoin works. They literally flew around the country and opened up safety deposit boxes in multiple banks and put parts of passwords in each of the banks. Like literally, where this bank all the way in Arizona has one word, and then there's a bank all the way in Switzerland that has another word. So in order for someone to break their whole situation, someone will have to know what 12 banks they went to and then do a bank robbery on 12 different banks. That's how ridiculous they set there. Now, that was extreme, but it made me think, okay, if I have on my documents, my will, my living will, power of attorney, have all these documents that are important to me, how dangerous is it to have them in one place? Like, should I have a backup somewhere else? Should it be with a family member? Should it be in a safety deposit box? Should it be in a safety deposit box? So maybe I actually start to have those conversations with myself and think about what is the proper way to prepare for disasters or emergencies. So I do have mine set up a specific way that I will not put on the internet, but those that need to know. I got a whole Ocean's 11 setup going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Corey, what are two things from California you want people to understand and get?
There's no safety. Like there's no safety. Like if you want to protect yourself, like with insurances and stuff like that, but there's just some things that are just out of the control of men. And what's happening there, once the fire started, like the fire starting is in control of man, but once they started and the things that's happening to them, it's crazy, man. Like I don't even know how to put it. And if you're going to put yourself in those positions, you need to make sure that just be safe. Like me, the reason why I live on the East Coast is because I need to make sure that, like, I don't want to live in these extreme weather places. I just don't want to live in an extreme weather place. Like, it's extreme weather down there. Like, it's extreme weather in Cali. Like, those are beautiful places to live. Don't get me wrong, but the weather's so extreme that I don't want no parts of it. Like those, like Biggie said, Cali, nice place to visit. You know what I mean? I don't really want no smoke with nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't even trying to be funny. You know what
No,
I
I
mean?
get it. I mean, but it's all listen, like we talk about all the time, core lifestyle design, right? That's not in your lifestyle design. I get it.
No,
but also it's the appeal of living there. And
no, I understand
it's
the
funny
appeal.
because I'm sitting there thinking about like folks that I know who are out there. Like it's still folks I gotta check on, man. Because I think about people that have moved to Cali.
I called everybody that I know personally.
I know our homie John is out there.
I know that's I'm about to say, except for John, because I don't have his number, his personal, you know what I mean, his personal jack. But he put it, you know, he evacuated. He put on the book that he evacuated, so I felt good about that. You know what I mean?
Yo, Aisha's out there, Pervy's out there.
Yeah.
You know, gotta check on our folks, man. But anyway, man, so it's tough, man. It's tough watching this stuff. It's tough seeing it. Like Corey says, certain things we have no control over, and I think it's also a wake up call in terms of that too. Like, you know, no matter how much you can prepare, certain things in life we just don't have any control over. But again, you know, it's better to have something set up for situations like this.
So, Jim, what two things would you tell people to be or have in place to be able to work through a situation like this?
Your important documents, have access to them where you can grab them and quickly go. Also, maybe decentralize them and have them in different places. Have a way to communicate with family or friends if there's an emergency. Just have an emergency plan in general, right? Because there are certain people that I've seen that are out there that have a plan in place. Like, hey, if anything happens, I'm going to get out here and go. Those that even have means, right? Just have some sort of plan in place. Again, everything you can't control. And also take things seriously. Like, even though, and I just saw someone in the comments talk about how you get used to certain weather and certain things that are happening around you because it happens often. But as time moves on, man, you know, this is a different world. This is a different world. 2025 is a whole different place, man. Like, you know, with everything going on with this planet, how we're destroying this planet, things seem to be a little bit more extreme. Everything. The tornadoes are more extreme. The fires are more extreme. Everything seems to be a little bit more extreme as we move forward.
Listen, man, global warming is not real. Climate change is not real.
Okay.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Listen, I don't argue with folks. That's how they feel. That's how they feel. But, you know, things going to happen. I'm not going to argue with folks. If you think it's not real, that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's like some of my Christian friends told me, like, I don't know if I believe in this, but just in case it is real, let me make sure I'm on the right side. Just in case it is real, let me make sure I'm prepared, right? You know.
You don't want to burn in hell.
Man, listen, some of those footage and video that we saw, man, look like stuff from a movie when people talk about hell, what hell actually looks like.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine looking from one window, seeing a massive fire right next to your house?
No.
They're going to go out the door, and there's another fire right in front of you. I mean,
like,
that's crazy.
What we doing here, man? Like,
that's crazy. That's crazy. But let's show our people some love. You know, we got to talk to the folks. Farita's in the building. CT Guy. Noble. Ed Dog. Brittany. Anthony. How y'all doing?
Nikki, how are you?
Listen, I'm not trying to speed through these, but I want to acknowledge everybody. All right. Lorraine. Rebecca.
Alaska. ATV buffoons are cutting up today. Hey, not out here. It's the weather.
What up, man?
Hey, it was really good. Yeah. I mean,
well, it's documented. I'm not just making it up, y'all. It's documented.
Jamel D12 in the building. What up, though?
What up? The frequency makes people immune. Okay.
Yeah,
School shooting, yeah. Not immune, but desensitized, right? And you said that in next. Got you. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Oh, I meant to, yeah. So Jimmy's favorite word, not actually pause, is blaviskating.
No,
bloviating, excuse me.
Well, I shouldn't say actually bloviating, but yeah, Prop 13 has to go.
What up, Steve?
Steve, it's really good.
Yeah, it definitely, yes.
Definitely.
All right, CT Guy says insurance policies are contracts. People need to do a better job at actually reading the contracts, coverages, exclusions, deductibles, limits of coverage. I would agree.
Yeah.
And I also feel they need to do a better job reading, but they also need to do a better job pushing back on the agent or company, whoever sold them these things. Don't just wait till something happens to talk to your insurance person. All right, did that person filming their apartment making it out safe? I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, hell of the doorstep. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, with a nice home, though.
Yeah, no, I got you. If you live in these high-risk areas, California, Florida, and don't have an exit plan, I have to wonder.
And I wonder. Now you want to leave. So
Adrian,
hey, Adrian.
Welcome.
The legend.
TikTok. They 403s, man. They 403s.
I didn't even realize that was a side of TikTok. That's something TikTok always like. There's so many sides of TikTok.
I mean, like you just brought up today about the rebel
Child rebel soldier TikTok is a thing, man. Child rebel soldier TikTok is wild, dog. They be in the middle of wars, letting the missiles go. They be having full missiles. Like yo, why you on TikTok doing this?
I mean, listen. If I was TikTok and all of this, I would shut down TikTok, create a whole other company on U.S. soil, and just tell everybody to migrate over, but still maintain control over it.
Yeah, migration it sounds sweet until you actually try to.
No. It's not easy. It's not easy, but guess what? It's better than losing everything too.
I can't even get people to migrate on my IG page. You talking about a whole site. But anyway, listen, let me read something else. Jamil says, I was chopping it up with a known influencer who stays in a mansion in Tampa. And he said he felt ashamed and helpless during the hurricane. Said all his guns and gold didn't mean ish.
Not a thing, bro.
That's right.
I told you I had the choppers and poppers going, and it bit nothing, bro. I couldn't get through a thicket of trees, man. It was crazy.
It's funny. I was thinking about, man. Listen, I've been thinking about this ever since like Kamari's father's wake, when the pastor was reading the passage from Steve Jobs. When Steve Jobs was on his deathbed, he was talking about basically knowing that he's on his way out of here. And all the money and billions of dollars he had means absolutely nothing. And it made him question, kind of everything that he did to get those billions of dollars. Like, what's the point? I mean, so it's like...
You ain't talking about large money? Even if you are, though. That's the crazy part.
And that's the other part, right? That's why time is the most valuable asset there is, man.
Of all time.
So I just, I got all the food right here, man. I got all the food. I got, I'm still. You see my bookmarks. I'm still, making it through my way through this. Also, real quick though, I do want to shout out a member of our village. I'm not even sure if he's here live, but shout out to my brother Omar, man. Omar, as a matter of fact, he's the one that donated the Bitcoin wallet. Because he went to an event this week that I couldn't make it to, which was the Bitcoin meetup in Philly, because it was snowing, but he still made it out there. But he got me some new food, man. So I got some books I got to get through. This one is called Bitcoin Mining Economics. It's about the economics of actually mining Bitcoin.
That sounds interesting.
Shout out to all the miners out there. You know what I'm saying? I got my miner going over here right now. And he also got this one right here. It's called Bitcoin, the Ultimate Collateral. Never sell your Bitcoin. Live off of it. So I got some food. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of food here. You know what I mean?
That look
food.
That look like it's gonna be like a good good reads, man.
I got the food. Listen, I got the food, man. You know how folks like to get online and show money stacks.
Those your
we show books.
Those your food picks.
Well, Jimmy, I'm waiting for the next TikTok, but you're showing your Bitcoin books.
Look at my EP. Look at my EP right there.
Man, let's go, man. We are ready to win.
It's like listen, that's like Quincy Jones right there, man. For all my, that's the Quincy Jones to my Michael Jackson, man.
So Jigga said he was ashamed he ain't have any generators, extra gas, no solar, no sufficient food storage. So with all of his bread, he learned he was still subject to Mother Nature, Publix, and the gas station. That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah,
man. What's crazy is I had a generator and all that. It didn't. It still ain't mean nothing.
Yep. Shout out to Dr. Chaz.
Dr. Chaz is in the building.
Dr. Chaz lived like 5 minutes from me, so she know exactly what I'm talking about.
Dina, listen, y'all. I want to give Dina her flowers right now. Dina is brilliant. She's a member of the village. She be in the chat with me when we trading on the day, and Dina be getting busy in futures too. So Dina, listen, I don't know it all, so I'm trying to learn from Dina. Dina was breaking down a little bit of futures with me this week, so shout out to Dina. You know what I'm saying? Our village is not just us three. It's really the people, and Dina is brilliant. So I want to give Dina her flowers.
Jimmy, can you read the comment, please?
Dina says, I listened to the Wednesday show while at work. Was too busy to comment, but wanted to tell you that it's excellent talk, especially Jimmy's part.
I wanted you to say that, because I know you love talking about yourself. Nicole, what up?
Nicole was really, really good. The statement are true. So used to have not affected him. My son lives in Florida, and a hurricane is no big deal to him. I'm more stressed than he is. Yeah.
That's crazy. But that's the life of a parent, right? No matter what, a parent's always going to be concerned about their child.
As they should. Yo, speaking of that, did y'all? I sent y'all that song. I know neither one of y'all listened to it, man. Y'all be ignoring me, man. That song called "Respect" by
I listened to it. I gotta listen to it again, but I did listen to it.
You know Kamari better about this stuff than me, bro. You know I don't listen to nothing.
I know. This is true. No, listen, I was telling them I was listening to.
That's Corey Wade saying, F you, I don't care.
First of all, I do care about my brothers, man.
I appreciate that. Like, listen, I'm all about listen, so I'm a fan of the MC Don Tripp, and I was listening to his new album, and I came across this song. It's called Rescue. So I sent it to him. I said, yo, you talk about trauma. Yeah, but that song is laced with trauma, and you talk about the life of a parent, but that's what made me think about it when you said the life of a parent. But that song is wild. So for those who don't know who Don Tripp is, go look up the song called Rescue. It's absolutely insane. But
can you read that comment, Jimmy?
Which one? All right. So Jamil says, I was reading where most of the folks in LA have been priced out of their home insurance, so there are many who have literally lost everything.
That's nasty work right there.
That's absolutely tough, man.
But that's the thing. That is the thing.
Listen, man. Acts of God. Listen, man. This is why I Bitcoin. God forbid something happen. I'm walking out of here with my 12 words, and I may lose my crib and all that. But once I get set back up, that's if I had any Bitcoin, because I lost it all in a boating accident. But if I did have any Bitcoin, Anyway, Steve says they couldn't even fly in the beginning because. Steve says they couldn't even fly in the beginning because the wind was blowing so hard.
That's crazy. Tornado Alley. Jeez.
Tornado Alley.
What up, Rich?
Rich, it's really good. Hey, Rich, who's better, Rakim or KRS? I'm sorry.
We're not doing that. We're not. That's only behind the wall, man. Only behind the wall.
Listen, all me and Kamari do is debate, man. Kamari tried to debate me before we came over here. And I was telling Kamari that I don't eat McDonald's. None of us are McDonald's fans. I said, but the fish fillet is the best sandwich out of McDonald's, man. You don't try to debate me on that. There's no debate on that.
There is a debate on that because that shit comes out cold often and it's trash.
You're going to trash McDonald's.
It's trash. No, all McDonald's is trash except for rich areas. And I don't live in a rich area. So that's all
you already left us in the city, man. You already moved to the burbs, man.
Listen, we talked about this already. I need you to stop giving out misinformation like the Republican black people.
Listen, did you talk about misinformation agent?
All right, shout out to Pastor.
Pat says the lesson we all need to learn from LA fires is ensure and ensure. Ooh, ensure and ensure are two different words. One is protection, which can fail, and the latter is a guarantee, which is not what they sell you. Yo, listen, man. I'm cooking this stuff up, man. Pass.
Listen, last week I said pass. Is this written down as the top of the dome?
Listen,
he said it's off the dome. He said it's off the dome.
Pass is loaded Lux, dog. He be trying to show us the large picture, man. Anthony says, facts. I live in Memphis, and we watch mostly thunderstorms instead of tornadoes, and I prefer that strongly. Shout out to Memphis, man. I was in Memphis in 2024 and had a ball. Pascal says the flat. Oh, man.
No, you say that based off of what I said.
I know. Nicole Aubrey says the fires in Jersey this summer were so close to my home. I now have a go bag and copies of all my insurance policies. Good for you.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. You can have copies of insurance. All your shit should be digitized, right? It's cool to have it in paper, but you also want to have it digital somewhere as well.
I got all mine digitized and on a thumb drive.
That's fine. That's fine.
You know what I mean? Change is cool to cop, but so more important is lawyer fees. Michelle says, "What's going on, Michelle? What's up, good brother?" Hey man, we gotta get with you, Michelle. We need to jump on a conference call, man. We gotta, because Michelle is another genius. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pick his brain as well. Steve, what's good?
Hey, Diggy.
Hey, Biggie, what's the score, man? That Penn State Notre Dame game was crazy last night, man.
I fell asleep, man. Penn State was up 24-17. I woke up this morning, all I seen was the boy with the crazy with the good hairline talk about how they won, man. I was like, man, how this happen?
Now, this is a good one right here.
Ooh, I never even thought about that.
Yep.
Anthony says you can now place your insurance contract in ChatGPT to pick out the flaws.
That's a gem right there, y'all. Read that again, please.
That kind of scares me too, though, because you know that is the brilliance and the genius of ChatGPT. Is similar to Google. It's like
they're getting all the information.
They're getting all the information, dog. Yeah. It's like, and that's the cheat code. That is an absolute cheat code.
But they already got it, so you might as well use it.
They do, but they don't. Right? It's like saying, all right. As a matter of fact, man, as someone who is still a realtor who's out in these streets doing deals and whatnot, that's another cheat code with Facebook too. I was doing some analysis of where most of my leads come from when I have listings, right? Because data guy, I'm always looking at data. You know what the number one source of leads now for me when I have an apartment or a house for sale? The number one source for leads for me is right now
Facebook,
and it's not even close. It used to be Zillow. Like, so when I market a property or I put something up for rent, I'm all over the place. I'm on Zillow, Truly. It's literally about, I think at this point I'm at like 387 sites that my stuff gets sent to, right? And I'm just doing some analysis in terms of where most of my leads and most of my business come from. Zuckerberg got a machine, dog. He got a machine. Like, it's not even close. Like, they surpassed Zillow and just went like, Facebook's algorithm, the data that they have, is at a whole other level, man. Like, I don't know long term what's going to happen in terms of that battle of data with like a ChatGPT or a Google or Facebook, but Zuckerberg has built the machine. And we're giving him the information.
Correct.
Crazy. But I digress, man. Just a little, food for thought. V Don is in the building. Don, we was just talking about you before you pulled up. What's good, Don? Smack Spy for some money is what Chaz says. Like, you know what I'm saying? Chaz, we've been smacking Spy this week. You know what I'm saying? Rumbling Spy. Listen. Dina's in the village, man. Listen, if y'all in the village, go to the chats in the village. We be in there talking, man. Dina's a beast. We gotta get chats in the chats too, man.
This is disrespectful. This is just disrespectful.
Thank you, Nicole. Rakim and fish fillet. That sounds crazy together. But you are absolutely correct. Rakim is the God MC, the original God MC, and the fish fillet is their best sandwich. And
I think CT guy got it best.
I mean, listen. That's the caveat. We know all McDonald's is trash. None of us go to McDonald's. But what I was saying is, if I had no choice,
that's not true. I still eat the fries, bro.
All that sugar and salt.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Listen, I ain't even gonna lie.
Dr. Chaz.
I ain't even gonna lie to the people.
Look at him right now. He's like Dr. Umar. Like,
now, Corey, we about to find you. They not advertising on this show.
Oh, my fault. But I'm just saying.
Go ahead, Umar. Ask me your favorite question anytime you see Corey eating any kind of food.
You got some chicken? Is that chicken?
Out of here, man.
Y'all would have to be there.
All right, Dr. Chaz says, I grabbed a fire pit. I'm about to over a burner propane stove. I got tents. I saw clips that said, be prepared so disasters can be just emergencies. I like that quote. Be prepared so disasters can be just emergencies.
That is dope.
I gotta grab me a tent. Now, Chaz, I gotta grab me a tent.
And a fire pit, right?
I'm not too bougie for that, though. You can catch me at the W. If things go down, I'll be at the W. But I digress.
But listen, the W can go down too, though.
Okay, so
What up, GC?
You know what I'm saying? You gonna, if the W goes down, then you're gonna find me at the autograph collection. Never mind. Shout out to everybody who's down with the autograph. If you know what the autograph collection is, you one of my people, man. So Dr. Chaz also says this, though. I'm going to get back to Emeka's comment because you skipped Dr. Chaz, but she says Don Tripp is that dude, so slept on. But now let me get back to the other comments. GC was really good. And Emeka says, those gators be coming out of leaves in H-Town bumping Big Pokey during the floods.
Hilarious.
Emotions make you sad sometimes.
Oh, Lord.
Emotions make you cry. So that's a wild song. Emotions, obviously. Don says, I learned you can never have too many guns. The vultures are out there eating their prey.
Listen, man.
And we saw that in Katrina, sadly, because they raped and robbed a lot of people in the dome during Katrina. And that was sad.
Man, listen, coming soon, the Black Wealth Rebel Gun Club. Nicole says, I have it digitized, but my husband need paper. Respect. Listen, you got have them both. Have them both. Kamar, you said you want to talk about some data from this fire or some of the numbers or what have you, man. Like, is there anything you want to, talk about or share with the people?
I mean, I thought a lot of this was interesting. Let me blow this up real quick. Because it's just some things you don't think about. And I mean, I think that's been the theme throughout this whole show tonight, right? So it says day 4 LA fire sprawls across 35,000 acres, projected to be the costliest California in history.
35,000 acres. That's crazy, man. Because city folk, we measure our stuff in square footage. When we talk about 35,000 acres.
I mean, to be real, Jimmy,
cities. That's whole cities right there.
We really look at blocks.
Yeah.
How many acres is 35,000 acres?
Well, 43,560 square feet go to every acre. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about square footage. We talking about doctor over 1 billion square feet, 1.5 billion square feet.
That's crazy.
Average home in Philadelphia right now is about a little over 1,100 square feet, right? So you do the math.
Now you do it for them. Help them out.
Right. So now we're talking about 1.5 billion. Let's say divided by, let's just make it 1,200 to make the math easier. You're talking about over 1 million homes based upon the average size. If we were looking at Philadelphia, average size out there is probably a lot bigger. But it's over 1 million homes. That's a lot of lives lost. A lot of people's trajectory of life it's going to affect people forever. Like, this is nothing that just happens. And there's also trauma with a fire too, man. Like, no Meek Mill here, because Meek Mill put up a dumb comment the other day. But one of the things he said is true, was like there is trauma involved with a fire. I had a fire at my home years ago. No, actually, when I was a kid, there was a fire at my mother's home, basically. Electrical fire. No one was home, so we were all fine, and things were put out. But there is trauma around that. Now I'm like super diligent about, I'll be unplugging things like this. I still deal with the trauma from that fire to this day.
This was a lesson.
But the thing is, it was nothing on a scale of this. This is a regular little small house fire where nothing really happened. Everybody got a dog got out. We all were fine. We did lose a couple things in terms of like clothing and all that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the trauma that comes from that lives with me to this day. So I can't imagine the trauma from the kids and everything that had to. This is part of what happens in their lifetime.
What about the dog? The dog got trauma.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to my dog, because he's going at this point. You know what I'm saying? His ashes are right behind me on top of my cut. You know what I mean? Because that was my real dog. But I digress.
Oh, wait a minute. You serious?
Yeah. You see on that John back there? His ashes.
I always thought it was a joke.
No, that's his urn right there. I got 2 urns. I got my other dog. Listen, dog. I had 3 dogs in my life, but 2 of them, like, one of them I was a real little kid, but I had 2 dogs. I got both of their ashes. Like, my dogs I'm a dog guy. I'm not a cat dude. Never had a cat. And when I tell you that I'm a dog guy. My last dog that passed away, the one who ashes are behind me, that was so traumatizing that I still haven't got another dog yet. Like, it's because I don't want to go through that pain. Like, I really do feel some type of way of like, I'm a dog guy. Like, dogs are truly a man's best friends. But, that's nothing to do with the show. I digress, y'all. Shout out to all my dog lovers out there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If anybody lost a dog or has had a dog, let me know in the chat how you feel about your dog. Kamari, you must have never had a relationship with a real relationship with a dog where your dog got your back, dog.
I mean, I hear you, but why you gotta slander me, man?
I'm asking you. Have you ever had a relationship like
that's
a
not? You didn't ask. You made a
All right,
statement.
now I'm asking you. I apologize if I.
Have I ever had a relationship with a dog? Yes, I have. I've had several relationships with dogs, but
that sounded kind of crazy. So we're gonna reframe that. Have you ever had a dog?
No,
that sounded wild, bro.
It
Like,
didn't.
Kind of wild.
It didn't. I had several relationships.
That sounded wild. We're gonna rephrase that.
Several relationships.
So you've had many dogs in your life, right?
Let me show you this real quick. This is today.
With the puppy.
That's your current puppy?
That is today. I just got that dog yesterday.
Oh, congratulations, dog. You gotta share the good stuff with us, man. We shared so many ratchet memes. You ain't share this. What's the dog's name?
So we're debating it. We're debating it. So I named the dog Chief.
Come on, man.
And then my kids is like, I don't like it. My wife's like, I don't like it. So they came up with some other names.
Oh, we got an honorary ancestor, man. I got a dog. I'm gonna give him, I might name him Sonny.
I don't. So I don't.
FDMG.
Called it the whole dog FDMG. Come here, FDMG. Come here, FDMG.
I'm just saying.
FDMG the dog. So what are some of the names on the table for your dog? Give us some of the names that are out there.
So Chief is the name right now. They got Chaos, which I kind of like a little bit. Somebody came up with Cosmos. Originally, I wanted to name the dog Onyx, and they shot me down.
How about Sticky Fingers? Like just go full force.
But wait, it gets worse.
Double entendre it out. You know what I'm saying?
But wait, it gets worse.
Yo, that's a crazy. I actually like Sticky Fingers as a dog name.
My last dog, his name was Dollar, and my dog before that, his name was Dougie Fresh. But that's either here nor there.
Okay.
I didn't name Dougie Fresh.
I had two dogs. One was named Impossible, and one was named Sadie. My grandmother. You could tell my grandmother named the second one. But my first dog was named Impossible because it was impossible to keep him in our yard.
CTI. So Nicole Avery says I have my dog's ashes. Jimmy and I are peoples.
That's right. Yes, we are.
Right.
Yes, we are.
But this comment is hilarious. Seeing Corey eat those fries made me laugh. Reminded me of Chappelle's Calvin Got a Job. Y'all remember that skit?
Yeah,
y'all remember that skit?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I remember when that skit dropped. The first thing I did when that skit dropped, it made me do some research. I was like, I wonder if Calvin would have just been DCA at McDonald's from that point on, how much money he would have had. And the number was ridiculous because that's how my brain works. That's the first thing I thought of. But anyway.
All right, so Rita says, I have a dog. I love him very much, and I've been crushed with that day. I'll be crushed when that day comes.
Man, listen, it's the toughest thing. It's the toughest thing, man. Dog relationship is different. I don't know how we got on dogs, but yeah, man.
All right, but real quick, throw it in the chat. You're a dog person or a cat person? I would love to see.
Yo, cats
I am currently a cat person. I mean, I have dogs in the crib where I live at now, but they're my cousin's dogs. I don't really bang with dogs like that no more. And it's not because I don't like dogs, because again, I've had two dogs and I treated them well and everything was going good. But I just can't handle the emotional chaos when they get out of here. Like, I just can't handle it. Like, I'm just so, and the crazy part is I've never seen a cat die on my watch because they run away before they die. Like,
right.
Like, they all became strays before something bad happened to them. Like, my cats always escape and then never come back to the crib. Like, once they hit the streets, they never get back. So I've had about 4 cats, and I've had them over various amounts of time, and every one of them, after about 2 or 3 years, just be like, you know what, I'm gonna go outside one day, and then I'll never see him again. So, and I'm not chasing around no cat. I'm not putting up no posters. I'm not doing none of it. So, if the cat don't come back, it's just a street cat at that point.
Got it. So Michelle says, I like cats and dogs. I love to get a kitten and a puppy and let them grow up together.
That's dope.
That's a lot of work too, though, man.
Yeah. Kamari got a whole new dog. He got a whole new family member, man.
Yep. So I was gonna call him Chief, the tax beast.
Oh, he's not. So now we gotta wait for the. Now we know that mean the dog about to be in some content.
Oh, the dog is definitely going to be in all the content.
Listen, man, one of my most liked pictures is when I used to post my dog, man. Let me find that so I can get my computer shooting again.
All right, so you like Chaos, Pache? All right, thank you for that.
No, Chaos is a good name for a dog, especially if he's actually out there causing chaos.
Well, he's been causing chaos all day. All day.
Especially if that name fits, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so Steve's got a question for you, Jimmy. Jimmy, have you looked at the Firefish platform?
Yes, I'm familiar. That's the platform where you can borrow against your Bitcoin. From my understanding, though, it's only in Europe. I've never used it. Don't know anyone who's used it, but I'm very leery of just platforms that let you borrow against your Bitcoin because there's so many horror stories. I don't know the nature of how they lock it up, whether it's multi-sig or how they do. So I would have to do further research. The reason I didn't go like deep down the rabbit hole with them is because, from my understanding, they're in Europe. So that's my experience with those.
All right, CT guy likes dogs.
Yeah, we dog people out here, man.
Nah, man. Lorraine says neither. No dogs, no cats, no fish, no plants.
No plants?
I'm not mad at you, Lorraine.
No Roger, no rerun, no rent.
Listen, man. I
don't know what kind of trauma she got surrounding plants. No, not even plants.
She might have a green thumb. Everybody not blessed with that.
Listen, man. Every one of those things is a responsibility, and some people don't want the responsibility, bro.
That's a great point. That's an excellent fact. I think that might be also subconsciously the other reason why I haven't got another dog. I'm like,
listen, I got 4. Listen, the crazy part is I stopped getting animals once I started having children, and I'm not comparing my children to my animals to children, but
I know you're not. It just sounded crazy.
I'm comparing my children to my animals because they all cost money and they all cause problems.
Basically, you got another. Is your dog a boy or girl?
Boy.
Or is it? What's his pronouns? I mean, because maybe I don't know how dogs. I don't know. I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, so I don't want to say the wrong thing.
You big dummy. You big dummy.
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yo, that's hilarious.
But with that being said, though, like you got your new son, though. You know what I mean? You got your son.
Yeah, pretty much.
You
got a new baby because now you gotta teach it everything, just like you gotta teach like a toddler, bro. You got a brand new toddler.
It's a lot of work.
That's what you signed up for.
All right, so Nicole says, I like dogs, but I have cats, chickens, and honeybees. She does have honeybees because Nicole is the honey hustler. She got a whole honey farm. All right, Pascal says, no animals in the house unless they are in a cage or a tank.
I ain't mad at that.
Don Johnson says cats. Their independence makes them more likable.
Yeah.
All right, Michelle says if you fall out in the house, the dog will go get somebody. A cat will eat you, but I like cats. Dogs are so loving. Cats are a crapshoot in terms of they like you. Now, my neighbor fell out in the house, had a dog, and the dog did eat it. Anything will eat you if it gets hungry. Yep. That's just the God's honest truth.
Yeah.
Dogs but cats are starting to grow on me.
I ain't mad at that.
I like big cats, but I can never own one.
You got one of them fancy cats?
No, the lions, tigers, and bears. I've had 9 dogs since a child. Love them. Had 1 cat, and he was cool as hell. I'm not going to use the poop word. I just use poop, okay? But hated the smell and cleaning of the litter box. Nah, that's real. And them constantly digging.
That's what I'm saying. It's actually work. That's what I'm saying. It's actually work.
That's facts.
No matter what animal you got, there's some work you got to do.
Next dog will be named AG.
Ooh, that's hard. So I guess hold on. Let me ask you a question because I see your thoughts every time you say that. You don't think that's honoring your ancestor to name an animal? Is that what you're saying?
No, I actually do like AG, but yes, I don't like naming dogs after the ancestors.
Okay,
we're not animals.
No, I respect it. Well.
Okay, yes, we are scientifically, but we're supposed to be higher than animals.
I mean, we're gods, right? But even when you look at the gods from back then, that's what they had next to them. I look at the caves. The caves, all the ancestors had dogs with them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, You know what I mean? Like the dog and listen, the autograph collection, man, that's where you find me at, man. When I be outside, like the autograph collection. Shout out to those that understand what I'm talking about. Steve Pass got me though. So I get that. I was actually I was looking at getting a dog recently. I just couldn't pull the trigger because I don't want to set myself up. But I was going to name him Billy Ray Valentine. So that's technically not.
Now that's hilarious, though.
Yeah, that's not an ancestor, but that definitely was.
That is hilarious.
And it was going to be the whole thing too. It wasn't just going to be Billy. It was going to be Billy Ray Valentine. You had to say the whole thing.
That's hilarious. I love that.
All right, so don't steal my name though.
I can't because we have a.
Well, your family's not going to go for that.
They won't, but yeah, that's hilarious though. All right, so if you watch Grimm, I don't know what Grimm is. There was a monster called Axe Beast.
It's a show about it's a fantasy show about like a book that came to real life.
Yeah, Grimm was dope.
Yeah.
All right, you can call it a beast, Tax a Beast. I like that. Lorraine D says that part, feeding schedules cause chaos at Fatherhood. That's correct. That's correct. Yeah. I already start putting his little behinds on the schedule. He only 6 weeks, but we gonna start now.
What kind of dog is it, Kamari?
It's a Rock Mastiff mix.
Oh, it's a mix. I was going to say is it a Rock, but that's a Rock Mastiff mix. Oh,
yeah. I'm sorry. Pit Mastiff mix.
I'm about to say.
Yeah.
I'm about to say that dog gonna be 750 pounds, bro. God, Zeke. I'm about to say, man, that's a giant behind dog, man.
Been looking into getting a sugar glider. What is a sugar glider? Still weighing the pros and cons. What is that? Y'all know what that is?
I don't know what a sugar.
No, that sounds like a female toy or something. Like,
dude,
yeah, put us down, Jiggin. Put us down.
I'm about to Google.
Frida says I'm a dog person. I can't be around cats because I have allergies and asthma.
Okay.
Gotcha. Sidebar: I had a pit bull named Iceberg. That's a dope name, by the way.
Oh.
Who died on New Year's from a heart attack when the neighborhood was shooting firecrackers. I picked him up just like a child. I was crushed. Wow.
Rest in power, man. The Iceberg, man.
Yeah. My condolences.
Sugar glider look like a bat, bro.
You Googled it, Corey?
I'm looking at what a sugar glider is. It looked like a bat.
Get a link to a bobcat. Hell no. Hell no. A tiger like Mike Tyson. I mean, yeah, but I ain't got Mike Tyson money. He blew through at least, what, 50 million?
Oh, a sugar glider is a dog? What is a sugar glider? That's a
sugar glider. A sugar glider, it looked like a bat, bro.
Put it on the screen, Corey.
All right, hold up. Let me.
A sugar glider, yeah, that looks like a they navigate the darkness. Yeah, that's some weird. They look like they take over the crib or something.
Sugar gliders right here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm off this, bro.
They look mischievous. Like this, their face look like they up to something. Like
Look at the diagram on the far left. Like, I'm off that 150,000%, bro.
For why do you want that?
Yeah, like oh no, hell no, bro.
No, but yeah, answer that question. Why do you want that? All right, but while we waiting.
So my brother-in-law passed away in my house, and his dog. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about a dog, though, man. Dogs are really listen. We had a cat when my wife was pregnant. Pregnant women can't change litter boxes.
Yep, that's a fact.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had the same issue with my wife.
I was a dog sitting a dog named Dilla. He passed last August. He was the nicest pit bull. Rest in peace to Dilla and Jay Dilla. So.
And welcome, Pedro.
Pedro was really good.
Dog's name
Maximus, Titus, and Shadow.
I like Shadow.
Egyptian with birds, cats, dogs, lizards, snakes, and hippos. Yep.
Yeah, if you look on the walls, man, they had it all.
You don't see no sugar, whatever them Jones is called.
Yeah, no sugar gliders.
No sugar gliders. My brother's brother-in-law had a pit who gave birth to a litter. He had a heart attack and the STE is
and they ate his face.
Oh, they ate his face. Oh. Okay, let's move on. I also had another pit bull named Roscoe who got who got shortly after my mom passed. He was low key like therapy. Okay, got shortly after my mom passed. Yeah, so we dog folks here.
So a friend of mine gave me the dog, and they gave it to me for this very reason.
Okay, got you. Okay,
Yep.
I'm with you. It's a small squirrel-looking animal that jumps like a flying squirrel. Yeah, I'm cool on that.
I'm off that 1,000.
Ohio State's winning 7-0 against Texas. Get a sloth or a panda. Panda.
We got.
It's a gremlin in training. It definitely
That's what it looks like. It does.
It does. It's crazy.
Cane Corso.
Beautiful dogs. Beautiful dogs. Those are beautiful too. Those doggos.
I gotta look them up too. It's a flying marsupial, but they are extremely human dependent. They like to hide in your sweat hood. They sell them at the flea market here. Okay, all right. So I'm just trying to get. Matter of fact, I think my next dog, I'm gonna get a real small dog, man. I might go small, like a little teacup dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, bro.
Don't do that.
I'm not getting no big dog. I'm getting something small. I'm getting a little fancy dog, man. A little cute dog. Man.
Yo, don't make yo.
No,
you a grown man. I
want a little arrogant dog, man. But that's the whole thing. I want the whole juxtaposition, like a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, listen, now my dog is gonna be working the TikToks, man. I'm trying to get some content, man. Like my dog got work.
So your dog will have a separate page. Its own separate page.
My dog gotta get these computers puting, dog. I don't need no big rock wallet. I'm making me a little Yorkie named Billy Ray Valentine. You know what I'm saying? Dress him up in some polo. He going to work, dog. What we talking about, man?
Yo, first of all, if I see Jimmy with a man bag, me and Jim, I'm at to pull Jim to the side, and we will have to have a heart to heart, bro.
Listen,
I'm not allowing my bro to walk around with
I ain't having no man bag. But listen, Kamari tried to play me, thought I had a man bag. If you see me with a bag, it's for a reason. And I told Kamari what the reason I had that bag.
Listen, you talking too much now, man. You talking too much.
Listen, I know exactly what bag he talking about, and I was
you was there, Corey. You was there. He was there.
That's the only bag you'll see me carry. Is when I
know exactly what that
bag. I carry a bag for my other friend, but that's neither here nor there, man. A Caucasian Shepherd. I don't want nothing Caucasian, but let me see. Let me see what a Caucasian Shepherd looks like. I gotta look up some of these dogs because one of them I wasn't familiar with. That's a weird looking dog. That John, the Caucasian Shepherd is huge.
Put it on the screen, Jim.
Let me pull it up on my computer. I'm looking on my phone, but one of that actual picture got to be some CGI, like fake stuff. Because if that's true, I don't want that dog. Because I don't think about feeding it. Let me see real quick.
You ain't the only one gonna be eating steak.
y'all know I'm about that. You know what I mean? They call me Young Ribeye in these streets, man. I ain't trying to. Hold on, I'm pulling a specific picture up I want you to see real quick. Come on.
Yo, Jim said my name is Young Ribeye. Every time you say that, man. Yo, I just can't help myself, man.
All right, hold up real quick, because that was amazing. Let me share my screen real fast. It's Caucasian Shepherd.
Boy, you got it.
All right, I got you. Not to be confused with Sherry, but here we go. So this picture right here, the one on the right hand side, that's the one I was like, hold up, that can't be real.
Yeah,
no, I don't see the pic, Jim.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. There we go. Should be up there now. What happened?
All right. Yo, that joint crazy. Yo, is that a kid next to her?
That's a grown woman.
Wolf killer? The largest Caucasian.
Wolf killer is the largest Caucasian Shepherd. That's that. So wolf killer, I guess, was an abnormal Caucasian Shepherd. But my luck is I get one and it end up being like wolf killer, and then we gonna have a problem.
Wow.
How do you even feed that thing?
A whole cow.
Yeah, man. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm a pass on a wolf killer.
You know what I'm saying? So
pause. That's a dope name. I like that.
That
could be Jimmy's dog.
Don't even ask how. All right. Anyway, Sugar Glass I can do it. That's what I said. And when they said that name, I said that sounded like a I know this is a different type show. I can't be saying those kind of things, but that's what it sounded like to me.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm so lost.
Anthony's comment right below Ameka's comment of that's the first thing I thought of when I said, what?
Yeah, I was thinking. I was kind of thinking something similar, but I was like, it got to be an animal because we talk about animals. But my mind didn't go to animal when I heard sugar
All right.
glider.
So Jamil says, "What do y'all think about folks who dress their dogs and throw birthday parties and buy her?" Now, my thing is this though. Here's what I'll tell you. I think it's kind of weird, but at the same time, I know folks that are making a ton of money on socials with their dogs to the point where they don't even work no more. Like their dog is bringing in the income in the crib. Like, and that's what I'm aiming for, man. Young Billy Ray Valentine's about to bring his paper in the crib, man. He want to work, but I digress. All right, CT says Young Ribeye. Wow, yeah, that's one of my aliases, man. Young Ribeye.
Pause.
Young Ribeye. Anyway,
never mind.
All right. That's a lot to clean up after. Yeah, I can't imagine with that wolf killer dog. What kind of when he relieves himself, like what's
the cleanup on that look like?
Yeah, yo, it's like your cleanup is the size of a Chevy Nova, like. Anyway, man. All right, man. One thing I know we've been going for a while, but I gotta share something with the village before we move on or get out of here, man. Because I was telling them, so I've been deep in the trenches with this book. It's The Price of Oil, Stupid. But I started another book. I'm always reading multiple books at a time. I started another book that was so engaging and so emotional that I finished the whole book in one day this week. I'm gonna share the name of this book. Some of y'all may have read it. It's not even a new book, but someone told me about it. So all right, let me see real fast. Boom. Here we go. Let me share this real fast with y'all. So this is the book right here. Let me know what's on the screen. It's by Sadiqa Johnson. It's called The Yellow Wife. First off, has anybody ever read this?
I told you I started it. I'll go back and check it out again.
You got it?
The story's crazy. The story was crazy.
Listen. This led me down a rabbit hole. For one, this book is mad emotional. It affected me to the point where, like, a day later, I was still telling Kamari, like, "Yo, I can't even get any work done because I'm thinking about the characters in this book." But has anybody ever heard of this book or read this book? I would like to know if any of y'all watching have heard.
Never heard of it. Never read it.
So this is what's considered historical fiction, right? Where they take people that existed in real life and they write a fiction story about the book. But it led me to going down a path of reading about the person the book is based on, which is Mary Lumpkin. And I was wondering if anybody's ever heard of Mary Lumpkin. Because the Mary Lumpkin story is one. So now I found another book that's the true life story of Mary Lumpkin. So now I got to go and read that too. But Sadiqa Johnson, who's an amazing writer, took the story of Mary Lumpkin and created so a lot of it's true, but it's kind of like when you do a movie where it's based on true character. It's kind of The Yellow Wife is
based on a true story. Yeah,
she added some stuff to it, but
she took artistic license.
The real story of Mary Lumpkin is one that I'm like, yo, why didn't I know this? Right? And I grew up in an area, in the household, in the schools that Black history was all we learned. But there's so much Black history out there that there's no way to know it all. But the story of Mary Lumpkin has blew me away. And for those, it's not really giving anything away, but Mary Lumpkin is the land that Mary Lumpkin had is where Virginia Union came from. The school Virginia Union was like, she helped to start that school based on land that she got through all these experiences that happened that's talked about within The Yellow Wife, but also the book is called the real book that's based on her life. Let me see if I can find that. It's called something. Let me see. I'm gonna tell y'all that book too, since we're here. It's called The Devil's Half Acre. That's the real story. But The Yellow Wife title. Yeah, the Devil's Half Acre is what the name of the real story is of her life. But this is the historical fiction. But this book, man, all I can say is this book, it's one of them ones. It had me stuck emotionally. So if anybody's ever heard of this book or read this book, let me know. We definitely got to get a book club started in the village where we pick a book and then pick like certain chapters to read within a certain time period and jump on Zoom to discuss it. That's my vision for the book.
What do you mean? We've already agreed on this, Jim.
All right, so when we getting started? And what's the first book?
We already got the first book.
Which is what? Black Fortunes.
Black Fortunes.
All right, so when we gonna start? And what's the first assignment in terms of reading?
I will say, what's today, the 10th? Let's do
Kamar, you got the book right there behind you. Mine is not behind me. Can you grab the book and see how many chapters are there?
There are
By the way, Kamara, you got to go to the check the mail tomorrow because CT said he. Good night, CT. Appreciate the love and support. He said I mailed you guys something on Monday to your Germantown Pike address. Attention to Kamari. It should get there soon. So,
Thank you.
I got mail yesterday, but I'll double check.
Okay.
20 chapters.
It's 20 chapters. So how we gonna break that down?
I mean, I've read the book already, so I would just want us to.
I would say 1.5
First four
a day,
chapters.
1.5 a day, and we come back in 2 weeks and discuss.
The whole book? Usually with book clubs, you do it chapter by like certain chapters and you discuss, and then you do it. I'm just saying, like, I mean, that's why I'm asking the questions I'm asking.
Once I start, I'm going to finish fast because I know I've read the book, but once I start reading something, I don't read anything else until I'm done. See, I'm not like y'all. Once I start,
I understand that part of it, but when you do a book club, it's got to be because everybody's not going to be able to do that, right? Everybody. So you
there are book clubs that do that, John. I mean, I
understand that. All right, so
since we're leading it, we should read it all at least this time, this go around.
All right.
Just say you
Listen, I'm outvoted. I just want to make sure. I want to make it engaging and have people participate. Everybody not gonna read the whole book, and especially in the time frame.
All right, so let's do what Don say. Let's do a deep dive on the people in there.
All right. So when are we gonna have our first book club meeting? First of all, let's ask this question: if we have a book club and have a book club meeting, who's gonna pull up? Who's willing to actually jump on and discuss a book with us?
Great question. Who pulling up?
You know what I'm saying? Because we can record that for the YouTube too. Like have our whole community talk about a book, like book club meeting, right? You know what I mean?
Shout out to Nicole.
Thanks for the super chat.
The Honey Hustler is giving to the cause. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So that's the first question. Is who's going to pull up to the conversation, man? I think it's a great book to start with. Right now, I'm reading The Slight Edge, and I'm working through the workbook for The Power of Who.
Interesting.
Okay. Kind of how I want to start the year. Deep dive on the people. I like that.
All the people are dope.
I like that.
And by the way, I've kind of covered it before, so I'm kind of cheating.
I mean, we've all talked about it in like multiple different ways.
But do you have YouTube content for out there, Jimmy?
I mean, go search YouTube to find out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm challenging you now. So who was your favorite character in the book? Oh, come on, man. You hesitate.
No, because I'm thinking because it changed as I read the book.
You hesitate.
I think my favorite character is Annie Turnbull.
She was dope.
I think as a matter of fact, one of my Google Homes is named after her. I sent the ancestors with all my Google Homes and all the wildfires thanks to my crib. But I think her story to me was one of the most powerful because we always
started it.
Yeah, she's the start, but she never gets her credit. We always hear about Madam C.J. Walker, but we never hear about her. And Madam C.J. Walker kind of jacked her whole move. Kinda. I mean, if you want to be like factual about it, Madam C.J. Walker kind of jacked her swag. But as I was told in Hamilton, man, if you die, who tells your story? It's about who your ancestors. The one thing Madam C.J. Walker had for her is her ancestors. When you read about this, they say they made it a point to continuously tell her story. By the way, that's a dope song too by Common and Black Thought. If you die, who tells your story? From the Hamilton mixtape. But I digress. But yes. So
Don's ready. He definitely pulling up.
Similar to Henrietta Lacks. Yeah, has another name, but man, yeah. If y'all haven't read that book, it's on Audible too. The Yellow Wife. It's heavy though. So what is the name of the book? The name of the book that we're talking about for the book club is Black Fortunes. The name of the book I was just talking about that I read that like kind of low-key made and ruined my week is called The Yellow Wife.
So let's do 2 weeks from now.
Robert Church was a G. He definitely was. What was the brother's name from Black Wall Street? The one that was the main one. What was his name?
Black Wall Street.
Oh, I know you're talking about the one who moved. So it's funny. Robert Church financed the move to Black Wall Street. Well, the move to Oklahoma. But the guy I know you're talking about, he was the one that ran off when his wife got took.
That's the one. That's the story I want to tell because people skip over that part of the story. And the way they told the story was funny too, Core. So everything's burning, everything's going down, and his wife there, him and his wife are running, and his wife was like, "Keep running and save yourself." And main man was like, "Cool," and sped off with her.
Okay.
I was like, hold on. This ain't no hero's tale. Yo, I was like, what part of the game is that?
The part of the game where he listened to his wife. The one man that actually listened to his wife.
Save yourself. All right, bet. Hold my beer.
Love, peace, and hair grease to the wife.
I forgot his name, man, but that part of the story will always, I'll remember that part. O.W. Gurley, that's his name. O.W. Gurley. Thank you, Don. That's like Don just got through the text. Yeah, O.W. Gurley.
Yeah, G-U-R-L. Yeah.
Yeah, O.W. Gurley, man. That was him.
But he's got a great history in Oklahoma too, though.
Listen, man, it's so much history. We got history everywhere, bro. Like, that's just what it is, man. We really do. But yeah, man. Anyway, man. So we got to get that set up. We got a lot going on. Don't forget to pull up Sunday. This Sunday, we're gonna do a whole class on Sunday about dividend kings. That's what Sunday's class is about. In our Sunday playbook. Other than that, man, you gentlemen got anything that you want to touch on, pause before we move on?
No, man. Let's get to this Bitcoin giveaway.
Let's get to the Bitcoin giveaway. All right. So for those who may be here for the first time, we give away Bitcoin every Friday, right? So let me get the exact amount that we're getting ready to give away right now. Let me get the updated amount. Yada the mean, right here. Boom. All right, boom. All right, so right now at 8:59 p.m., we are going to give away 26,495 Satoshis to the winner. KD is listening to Black Fortunes via Libby. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Getting the Libby app for the library.
What is Libby? I don't know what Libby is.
Libby is the library's way of letting you get audiobooks.
Ah, okay.
Just listen to the Miseducation of Negro, Carter G. Woodson, classic.
All still holds true. They can't leave that off because that's the sad part about it.
Yeah. I saw that pop up. Shout out to Senator Vincent Hughes, by the way, who's a senator here. Jamil asked a question. We're gonna get to the giveaway, but let me just get these last couple questions. Shirley Ralph and Vincent Hughes have 20 years of marriage in separate houses in separate states. Reality, open, or arranged marriage. Listen, whatever works for them. One thing that I realize about marriage is everybody has a different definition of what marriage is, right? I mind my business when it comes to people's marriages. That works for them. Vincent Hughes is actually a senator here. And I know she works in Hollywood. So,
And they do cross travel a lot together. So
God bless them. It works for them.
Right.
I'm on my business. I don't speak on nobody's marriage, man. You know what I'm saying?
Not at
So
all.
with that being said, though, we're getting ready to give away 25,000 Satoshis. You have to put your name in there in our chat once we come up with whatever the hashtag is. Kamari, what you want the hashtag to be today, good brother?
Preparedness.
All right, y'all. Let's ask the folks. That's kind of weird. What can we?
It goes with what we talked about today, sir. Preparedness.
How about just prepared? I worry about. Listen, when you do the hashtags, they have to be short. They have to be something that no one will mess up.
Oh, are you saying our audience is illiterate? Because I don't believe that.
That's not what I'm saying.
I believe our audience is very smart.
I don't think you're illiterate at all. How many times I correct your spelling every day?
You don't correct my spelling. I correct my own
I
spelling.
I just corrected your spelling.
Nope.
I corrected your spelling less than an hour ago.
No, you didn't. I corrected my own spelling. I said the grammar sucks, and then you came in with all kinds of jokes. Jimmy really abuses me. I need y'all to know that. And
by the way, Kamari, the spelling you're talking about was your yesterday's error spelling. I'm talking about today's error in spelling.
Listen, I make an error in spelling every day.
Yo, man.
All right?
Hey, Jimmy, we got to say the same, man. We went to Central and everybody else went to high school, man.
So my whole point, Kamari, is I'm just letting you know that the sugar slide.
There it is. Right there. There it is.
There it is. Bam. And you sing. All right, so yeah, there we go.
This
we got
is a dope jam.
All right, Sugar Glider. That's it. I like dogs too. That was kind of sentimental, but Sugar Glider might have to win, yo.
Yeah, I like Sugar Glider myself.
Double entendre. Don't even ask how. All right. By the way, That Jay-Z bar is kind of fire.
You're not funny, Nicole. I'm abused here.
Here we go.
I'm a victim. I'm a victim, man.
That makes you a victim. All right, listen though. Kamari is my brother. He knows it's all out of love, but he
all love. We just having fun, y'all.
He definitely be spelling stuff wrong though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just admitted that myself. You ain't saying nothing I don't know.
Listen, I've seen Kamari put stuff on memes and drop it on social. I'm like, dog, you spelled it wrong in your meme though. Like, what we doing?
But what's crazy is it works.
But here's the thing. Yeah, that is true.
There's a whole science behind that.
That's true. He done it on purpose to get engagement. He want people to come on his post and say, you spelled that wrong, because that means they came on his post. Pause.
No.
But with that being said,
yo, that's something crazy.
It's actually a compliment though, because what I'm saying is you are still one of the most brilliant brothers I know, and you still spell stuff wrong. So my point
Try to
is,
clean that shit up, y'all. I don't believe that shit.
So the point is, we have to make it easy for folks to join the giveaway. So y'all might have to actually put Sugar Slider up again. I'm not sure if Kamari set it up yet.
Sugar Glider, he got it.
Sugar Glider. I said slider. That sounds even crazier. One last thoughts on Obama and Trump all googly and giggity at Carter's funeral, and Kamala giving them both the side eye.
They all politicians.
Yeah, Kamala was there. Listen, but here's what I'll say. That's the ruling class laughing at us all. I was laughing at people who were on Twitter, and I actually saw this. I can't believe they're sitting there friends. I cut my family off for them. And I'm like, you cut your family off for them? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know, I didn't say that, but I was reading it, thinking it. But listen, man, I've worked in politics before and saw people that in the public space, you would think that they want to kill each other. And behind closed doors, they're divvying up territory and money. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes, so I don't believe in any of them. It's all theater. But I digress. See, even Michelle said it. We all said it at different times.
Said what at different times?
Michelle just said right here in the comment. I'm not going to read it, so.
Sugar Slider sounds like a rose companion.
Also, Dr. Chad said, Kamar, you can't enter the giveaway because you be trying to sneak your name in the giveaways, man. So she wanted to let you know that, by the way.
Come on, don't be trying to rat me out. Why are you snitching on me now? Listen, I'm trying to come up too. I want to retire one day.
Nicole says, Kamar, you have never been a victim or a good speller. So I didn't say that. That's what Nicole said. So, you know.
What kind of?
That was ugly. That was ugly slander.
Bad slander. But listen, I want to jump in on this Obama, Trump, Carter thing. I don't think people understand what decorum is. And so when you're at the highest of levels, you have to have a certain level of decorum. But also what Jimmy said, a lot of them people don't give a shit about us.
And
so
also, man, you gotta think about that. You gotta think about that exclusive club they're in. That's probably like the most exclusive club in the universe. Right?
Correct.
U.S. presidents. And also, on another side, if I look at it as a whole different way, there's different lenses you can look at this from. One is they all are ruling class; they don't care about us. The other lens is this. It made me think about this. How many black folks have you seen do that at their place of employment, where you know they're showing decorum, like you know, they thinking something different
all day long,
but in front of the folks, they, you know, it's like, yeah, hey John, how are you? How's the family? They don't care about John.
Correct.
So I mean, it made me think about that.
All I'll say is don't put too much stock in it. Watch people's actions. That's all you got to worry about.
Yeah.
And yes, they all know each other because they don't have no choice. They have all the same fundraisers, but we'll talk about it another time.
Man, listen, get money. They all get money from the same banks.
All of them.
Listen, I will say this. I thought Joy Reid had the greatest take on all of it.
I didn't see her take. What'd she say?
She was like, Michelle ain't got time for none of this. She don't want to be next to that orange monkey.
She was ducking her boyfriend W.
Yeah, he in love with her, bro.
Yo, he the most like, you know, I don't want to say nothing positive about George W. because people gonna take this the wrong way.
He keep it the realest though.
Yo, but he like you talk about someone who don't care what no one thinks, no one says. Like he just be in his own world. Like W be out here painting, minding his business. Like
he keep it the realest.
Anyway,
I can't. Again, nothing. That's not a positive or negative statement. He is who he is.
Kanye said what he said. Kamari, did you pull the hashtag up on the screen yet? Because people are putting it in there. I'm not sure, pause, whether it's you know.
He was who he was before he got here.
How many entries we got so far? Oh, we got
12.
So we got a bunch more people that haven't put it in there. Pause.
Yep.
If you want to be put into our giveaway this evening of 25,000 Satoshis, hashtag Sugar Glider is the hashtag for the
you gotta stop saying put it in like that, dog.
Put it in. Slide it in. Slide it and glide it in.
No.
So Jamil says, what are your thoughts on Skip Bayless Joy Taylor scandal? So you talking about the peanut butter young lady with the cans?
If Skip paid $1.5 million for the yams, God bless him.
He got turned down. He ain't get no yams. He got turned down for $1 million.
I heard it wasn't for one shot though. He was giving her an NIL deal, like you know what I'm saying, like a couple years.
What I'm saying is this: if I offer somebody $1 million and they turn me down, I might not ever. Like, I don't know what I might do with myself, man. That might make me suicidal, bro.
But also, how much bread do you have to just say, I'll give you $1 million?
Man, that's light chain side piece money, bro.
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot.
You think Skip got it like that?
Yeah, man. He been making $20 million a year for the last 15 years, bro.
Yo, so I mean, that's a lot of money. Kamari, what's the most you ever picked? No, I'm joking. I just want to see if Kamari snitch on. I just want to see if Kamari snitch on himself. But that's all.
Pause.
All right, but real quick though, my whole thoughts on that is like, you know, that's what goes on in certain workplaces. I mean, it is what it is. I find it funny that she came right on TV the next day, unbothered, like, you know, still doing what she does.
She got to pay that contract. She got that contract.
Yeah, man. So, you know, it is what it is, man. This is what happened. This is what happens in America. People are so flabbergasted, like it's not happening in at your job, on, you know, people on the forklift.
I was about to say Popeye's chicken. Shout out to JT Coins. Hold on. Shout out to JT.
JT, remember the George. What's really good?
$1.99 chat. Listen, I don't think JT has missed a super chat or episode yet.
JT shows love, man. That's why. Listen, he's blessed and highly favored because of that.
Show love is the black way.
You already know.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't have any problem with what Joy Taylor did unless she
allegedly.
Even if she did it, I don't care if she had sex with every dude on the set. It's her sexual business.
Now, the only thing that was kind of wild is I was listening to Marcellus Wiley was talking about how she was using her yamage to get other black men fired. So
that part I would have a problem with.
I don't know how true it is. That was his perspective. But with all that being said, though, like whatever she does, you know what I'm saying, you know, with her warm and gushy, that's up to her. That's her business. I stay out of women's business.
But wait a minute. Yes. So we got to talk about Whitlock. By the way, we do. Why did he feel like he needed to inject himself in this?
My man said peanut butter skin with the cans. The funniest comment I saw in that was Deezus. He was like, that sound like a young Dro bar. Oh, that was hilarious. But no, I mean, because it's content. You know what he's doing.
Yo, I think he's the corniest black man ever.
Ever? We gotta have a contest for that. I don't know ever, dog. There's a lot of names.
His name gonna be definitely top 5, bro.
Yeah, oh man, listen, it's a lot of.
He hates black people. He hates black people.
But there are people there. But there are folks that have physically done things to harm us that are you know, got the same skin. So I don't know, man. It's a lot of. Whew. Yeah, I don't know, dog. We gotta do a whole. He called him the worst black man ever. RG3, cornball brother RG3. Listen, whoo, that's a list right there. That's a list.
All right, so K Diggy says I've seen politicians talking crazy on Fox News, on CNN, and seeing them at that Maggiano's and the VA having dinner. It sounds like a Boondocks episode.
Dog, I remember as a kid, I was on the boardwalk in AC, and I seen it was Macho Man, and I think it was Snooker or Tito Santana, one of them. But they were on the boardwalk kicking it, and I'm a little kid, and it broke my heart. I'm like, yo, y'all don't even like each other. Like, why y'all chumming it up? Y'all hate each other.
You believed in Santa Claus before that too, didn't you?
Did I believe in Santa Claus? A black Santa Claus?
Yo, my mom was like, Santa my ass. I bought all these gifts.
I was in the black Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Man in my ass.
There's no way. There's no way you put Roland Martin on the same list as. Terrible.
I just love the fact that Kamari be taking up for the bull like that, man. Kamari taking
because Roland actually provides. No, Roland provides a service to black people. Jason Whitlock's capes for white people. There's a difference, dog. There's a difference. And you might not like all this stuff. That's cool.
I think saying he's worse than him is kind of is hyperbolic, but I knew Kamari was going to snap with that. Kamari, he said he's top. Kamari top. Are you saying Kamari himself is top 7, or are you saying that Kamari's point that the boy is top 7? Or are you putting Kamari on the list?
Don't do that.
I was asking a question. I was trying to make sure I read the comment right.
Nicole, you see this, right?
I was reading Kamari. The way he wrote that comment, it could be taken different ways. I'm just making sure.
Steve always coming at me though. Steve always coming at my
I'm making sure I read it right.
I don't know what I did to Steve. I don't know if I know Steve. Steve always fucking with me.
Oh, I think maybe he's saying that Roland is top 7. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It's all fun.
Cam Newton said it best about Whitlock. He asked him who he basically said who you love and who you want to be hugging is what he asked him. That's what he asked.
Your Honda with your Nissan.
All right, K Diggy, point taken. Tim Fox is definitely on the list. So is Kanye for his comment. But go ahead.
Let me ask you. Is Whitlock ahead of your Supreme Court Justice? Black
tie. Well, of course, the impact. So, old boy on the Supreme Court is definitely top.
He's top 3. He ain't 3.
Yeah, no, he's number 1. He gets the Uncle Ruckus Award hands down every year, all year,
every year. So hear me out, because that's why I'm saying it's difficult to say somebody is number 1 because there's so many of them.
All right, top 5, top 10.
What about Jesse Lee Peterson? Where's he fall?
Yo, I don't even know why people watch dude. He dumb as shit. And people watch him. I don't get it.
Yo, but that's my question. Where's he falling? Cedric got a whole list. Jesse Lee Peterson, Jason Whitlock, Candace, Officer Tatum.
So I hate all of them. I don't know who Officer Tatum is.
Hate is a strong word.
No, hate, because they all lie and they all do shit. They are all Uncle Ruckus wannabes.
I don't hate anybody, man, because I think hate is a
hate takes too much energy.
Yeah, hate to me, I just
hate is energy.
So Nicole, you see it, right? You see
no gang. I was reading Steve's comment. I wanted to make sure I was interpreting Steve's comment the right way.
Clayton Bigsby, that's a fact.
That's all.
All right, man, let's get this.
Let's get to this giveaway, man, because young ribeye, I gotta go get to the ribeye.
All right, but hold on. We got 17 entries and we got at least 31 people in the chat. Come on, let's get this up to 21. Let's go.
Anybody who ain't on here not getting nothing, bro.
No. 20. Let's get to 20. Let's get to 20.
We are not doing this, Kamari.
I already called it, bro. We can't go back. You gonna make me go back on my word?
My thing is this though, you may not get 21. A lot of folks got money. A lot of folks got bread.
They rich Rits? It don't matter.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so 18. We got 18. Don't make me look bad, y'all. 18 going once. 18 going twice. 18. Boom.
Good luck, everybody. Remember, you gotta let us know you're still here, because if you left and you won, boom! Greg with the W. Greg with Willie.
Philly's where I am.
Shout out to Greg.
Greg, what's really good, Greg? Greg, are you still here? Greg, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yes, yo.
You've been struck by. Anybody see that Luther Vandross documentary?
No, not yet.
Luther get biz A, bro. Biz A.
That Luther doc was fire.
Biz A.
The one thing I saw which was wild about the Luther doc was people getting mad at Patti LaBelle because she talked about his sexuality in an interview. But that interview was like damn near a decade and a half ago. But they played part of it in the documentary and people got mad all over again. I'm like, y'all didn't get mad when she said it, but anyway.
I mean, I don't think it needed to be said though, but whatever.
No Patty slander will ever take place as long as I'm around.
It's not slander.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there that there will never
It didn't need to be stated though.
There will never be Patty slander. We can slander anybody else, but Patty's on the no slander list. Matter of fact, we need to come up with the Black Wealth Rebels comprehensive no slander list. You need 21 people that
21.
You need 21 people that cannot be slandered. Black icons 21. That we will not tolerate slander from.
Every time somebody say 21, man, I can't help it, man.
On that list is Miss Patty LaBelle. Who else?
21. Can you do something for me?
Marcus Garvey. Who else we got on the list? Malcolm.
I ain't got nobody on the list.
El Haj Malik El Shabari.
Everybody.
I ain't got nobody on the list.
Nobody. I'm listening. You can be critical of somebody, but there's a no slander list though.
But everybody thinks being critical is slander, so you're gonna.
I don't. I separate.
Not you, but if you say something about El Haj, they're gonna be like, "That's slander."
No El Haj, no Marcus Garvey. Who else? No Jada Fire. No Patty LaBelle.
Did you just say Jada Fire?
Yo, certain people cannot be slandered.
You big dummy. You big dummy.
Listen, no, I'm just saying, certain people can't be slandered.
Yo. Jim be giving us a whole tape, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Jim be giving us the whole tape. He just be sticking random names and stuff.
And I'm just certain people are beyond slander, right or wrong.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to say one way or the other. Oh, man. Listen, man. What happened? Oh,
Kamari, see what Kamari doing now? Who picking on who? This is bullying right here.
I just want to know what she looked like. I never seen her before.
Easy.
Oh, you never seen it?
Easy, young Jeezy.
I never saw it before.
My man went to the page.
Yo, see what I mean? See what I mean?
Kamari crazy. Yo. Kamari is wilding, bro.
See what I mean? See what I mean about Kamari?
Kamari is wilding.
Then he gonna tell a lie. I've never seen her before.
I haven't.
Okay, listen, Greg. The way we do it now, send an email to blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. No more inboxes. Send them an email to blackwealthrebels. Now, if you want to make it fast, go into your Cash App, right? Go to the bottom left of the. I'm actually going to create a whole joint walking you through this. Go to your Cash App. Go to the bottom left of the screen where you see your money. If you got any money in your Cash App, hit that. Then you hit Bitcoin, right? Then you hit the button right next to where it says buy and sell. It's an up arrow and a down arrow. Hit that button. You want to hit receive. When you hit receive, what will happen is you get a QR code that comes up. Tap your QR code. It'll say Bitcoin Network or Lightning Network. Tap on the Lightning Network. When you send your email, send that link with your email so I can pay you out in Lightning, because Lightning is much faster, it's cheaper than any other network. And by the way, there's a whole video on the Lightning Network if you don't know how it works or what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kamari definitely trying to mess up our page getting monetized. Nobody asking for this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm naming black icons that I think should be on the list, and Kamari got to take it too far.
Yo, I'm not taking too nobody far. Else up.
Listen, if you said the name, let's put it out there. That's all.
I know. I know. Listen, I stand on it. She's an absolute legend. I stand on it.
He said like 5 names.
Listen, man, I gotta be honest with y'all, man. I'm a young man growing up. Like, listen, man, she helped me through a lot of hard times, man.
Listen, bro. When you see the name, I picked it up right away. So that tell you all you need to know.
By the way, Kamar, I just want you to admit that you're lying when you say I've never seen her before.
I've never seen her before.
Whatever. Okay.
I haven't.
Listen.
Okay.
Now listen, you say Cherokee a lot. Wait a minute.
Say something crazy.
No.
I'm saying a lot too. See. Like, this is slander. This is besmirchment. This is besmirchment.
No, listen. We need somebody to go back through the tapes. You said Cherokee at least 3 times over these episodes this last month.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I haven't listened. She's a legend too.
I've seen Cherokee. I'm not gonna lie about it. You guys seen it? I haven't.
Okay.
That's all.
Now that you've seen Jada Fire, what are your thoughts?
She's okay.
Okay, you must.
But I haven't seen Jada Fire.
Yeah, because if you do, you're gonna. I need to do a reassessment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to get more data. I need you to get more data and then do another analysis.
I need you to do some research, Kamari.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sky Black too, as Anthony says.
Now, shout out to Cedric. Now
before
this
you
list,
do your research, put your phone in incognito mode, though.
All right, no standards. Henry,
now,
So your algo don't get thrown. So your algo don't get thrown for a loop, bro.
now I want to give Cedric his flowers.
hold on, though. Come on, I've heard you slander Dick Gregory
This
before.
list, no, I've never slandered Dick Gregory. I've critiqued him, but I've never slandered him.
Okay, all right. I take
First
that.
of all, I don't feel, so I'm going to be totally honest. I don't feel us as youngins, and I ain't that young no more, we don't have the right to slander the old school
Oh,
cat.
absolutely not. I'm joking with you, but I'm trying to think.
Oh, I know.
It was one of them Dick Gregory stories he told, which was wild, and that's what you was.
Oh, there's a lot of Dick Gregory
It was,
stories.
it was the one, though. It was the one.
There's several.
Oh, the Jesse Jackson having something to do with Dr. King getting
Yeah,
murdered.
I thought that was terrible, by the way.
Hey, listen, Dick Gregory said it, so.
Dick Gregory said it. So we're just going to keep the rumor going.
Yo, listen, that man was talking to Malcolm right before he got off the planet, bro.
And so was Jesse. Jesse was starting to Martin.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying, man.
All right, so let's keep it going. Let's see what other comments is. Kamari is trying to get y'all banned. Absolutely true. He's trying to get us demonetized. Y'all agree?
We are not crazy. Jimmy's crazy.
Why me?
Because you always talking bad about me, man. I'm in my feelings right now.
Listen, Patty is no Patty slander, man. Never. All right, Greg, no doubt. What else? Shout to Sky Black. Sky Black's a legend. Jimmy just gave a quick masterclass.
Y'all are so
Hey, Michelle, I appreciate that. The Lightning Network, I definitely did give a masterclass. I appreciate that, Michelle. Thank you.
He wasn't talking about the Lightning Network.
K Diggy says Marcus Garvey can and will be slandered. Why do you say that, K Diggy? I think Marcus Garvey shouldn't be slandered, but I want to watch.
No, yeah, especially knowing the fact that the government set him up.
Yeah, because all the negative things that I've ever seen about Marcus Garvey have been debunked and have been put. The fact that's been put out there that a lot of that stuff isn't true. But I want to see what K Diggy says.
Well, wait a minute, Jim. You're going too fast. Go back here. But
that's what she said.
Damn, man. Come on, man. But here's the other thing, right? COINTELPRO was really started from Garvey's investigation.
They were trying to stop Black Star.
Yes.
Listen. Everybody that all the great leaders that come after Garvey will fall from his tree. So like we got to keep that out there. Like I definitely follow her on IG and she's still fine. So I mean I'm assuming he's talking about Miss Jada. So you know.
Did you make her a coin, JT?
Don says that she's done more for the happiness of Black young men than most politicians.
I will agree to that.
Listen, Miss Fire has been responsible for more hand babies.
Entertainment.
She's been responsible for more hand babies than many. All right, I'm gonna chill. Anyway, listen, the score of the game right now is 14-7. Cherokee from the 90s and the 2000s.
Either or.
Either, yeah.
Either or. As Jigga would say. You can love me or hate me. Either or.
No Earl Graves slander. I like that. Earl Graves is a legend, man. Anthony says incognito mode for the win.
Yeah, don't throw your algos off, bro.
Pedro says Google Pedro. That's printed in my head. I don't have to Google that. I already know what it is.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
You're lying.
I don't need Google.
Oh, listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm lying.
Okay, there we go. Because I don't need that.
I'm lying. But yeah, I mean, I'm giving myself plausible.
Jim, check out Aristotle investment vids on worst age groups. I didn't see that. I saw his tweet today about Bitcoin and folks started going at his neck. I didn't even say anything in there because but it is what it is. But
Kamari, you're a wild boy.
Yeah, Kamari is back there, sir. He's doing research. He's doing
research.
No one asked you to do that, man. Like
those are on my playlist.
Hold up, you're not familiar with? All right, let me. I'm chill. I'm talking too much right now, man. That's what I'm doing, man. Corey, you're right, man. I'm doing too much right now. I'm gonna chill.
DTM.
I'm gonna chill right now. All I can say is, like, some of our folks probably like, "Yo, Jimmy's out of pocket." I'm not out of pocket, man.
Jimmy's always out of pocket.
I'm authentically myself, man.
But Kamari is in the DTM Hall of Fame. Look at this dude. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Kamari, you drawing right now? What you doing?
DTM Hall of Famer.
Oh man, let's go.
Anyway, man, listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. For those that are in the village, definitely appreciate it. We're gonna do some more content back in the village too, some exclusive content for the folks. We talk about, listen, I try to keep a balance, righteousness and ratchetness. certain things I like. You know what I mean?
I
That's
used
what
to
it
try
is,
to keep a balance. I'm all for the ratchet.
But what y'all will notice is though, any name that you hear come out of my mouth is a chocolate sister. So I'm gonna put it out there like that. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what you will notice. That's what you will notice. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? Black Queens forever. Come on, for the road. We gotta have it one time at least. You know what I'm saying? We got it.
No, Jimmy, I don't think you saw my.
Oh, matter of fact, let's show Kamari's video.
You know what time it is? It's almost tax season. Time to get you a snow bunny. Because you know we got that bread.
We can't start tax season off like that. Somebody throw up the Dr. Umar signal.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
You know what? I might create a Dr. Umar bat signal.
Yo.
Yeah, like at least once the show, that gotta come through.
A spotlight with his face on it for every time somebody says something.
Listen, everybody in the village, man. Shout to y'all, man. We're gonna do a Kamari's top 5 list of adult actresses. We're gonna put in the. I'm joking.
Wow.
I'm joking. We're not gonna do that. I mean, unless y'all want us to. But I digress. We definitely gonna have some hip hop debates though. We gotta have a Rakim KRS debate. That has to happen. And we're still working on our thumbnail for the stock ops debate between Kamari and Corey.
Yeah, because I'm gonna give Kamari these verbal hands.
In your dreams, youngin, in your dreams.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm about to lay the pause on you, boy. I'm about to lay the pause on you.
A bunch of deadbeats and narcissists who don't own ish. The first N-words to participate in gangster rap and rob N-words for starter jackets and Jordans and are worse than slavery.
Who are you talking about?
He got to talk about Gen X.
I can't believe the boss. He said that. Well, all that means is he's bought into the hype, right?
Wait a minute. Who are you talking about?
He got to be talking about Gen Xers because
I think he's talking about Aristotle, but I'm not sure. I can't say that he said that, and maybe he did it trolling, trying to get But what I will say is this: that information, right? We don't control our media, so if you believe that, then something's wrong with you. Because for everyone that points to the negativity, I could point to something positive, man. And that's the problem. The problem is what's highlighted is the negative, but it's negative in everyone, man. One of the things about traveling and having experiences and actually building with people outside of your village and other races is you realize that humans are humans. And in the words of Corey Camp, people are going to people. I was telling them the other day that one of my colleagues, who's an Indian gentleman, was talking about like the strife that happens between Indian Americans and those back in his home country. And just we got into a deeper conversation. I was like, they be dealing with some of the same stuff we do. But again, there's different things we deal with that they will never deal with. But at the same time, I say all that to say, the fact is, if you believe those things about us, I mean, it means you haven't studied enough, you haven't done enough reading, and you don't understand that we don't control media or control our images. So we can go from a statistical standpoint. There's a lot of ways we can look at those things.
Man, I can send y'all a list of 20 government operations, not programs, operations that the government used against black people in this country. Not 20 pieces of legislation, because I can do 200 pieces of legislation. I'm talking about 20 operations since 1960. I ain't even going back to the 20s and 30s when they talk about Garvey. I'm talking about since 1960.
But also, I think I looked at this video, the content he's talking about a age group. He's saying our generation.
I mean, listen, and I'm not
getting but here's the thing, though, right? I think
everything got context.
Yes, because even our generation, right? Where's age group deal with old heads? There is.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
I gotta watch it too because listen, the brother Aristotle. I've watched a lot of his content. He's a smart guy. He could be engagement farming too, and he could have some trauma. For him to say something like that, it could be trauma that's there too, right? So I'm not going to judge that brother.
It has to be trauma.
I'm not going to judge that brother, but what I will say is, everything that he's doing and folks like him are on the shoulders of folks that are in our age bracket that have made it possible for him to do so. All of us are standing on other folks' shoulders. The folks that come before me allow me to sit here in these YouTubian streets and talk crazy.
Stand on the shoulder of giants.
All of us are, man. And and I embrace the young boys. I love to see young boys get money. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, when they get at it, I feel kind of proud because that means
they're doing it right.
Everybody ain't all off on what boy talking about.
But guess what though? If we want to talk about it, the younger generation, I could point to all the drill rappers too and kind of make some of the same comments, but I will never do that because there's context to that. So, you know, I grew up in an era where we talked about, you know, peace and hair grease and positivity in our hip hop. I didn't
on the radio.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I could talk about drill rap, but I wouldn't do that because, again, I embrace the young culture and I understand that when I listen to their music and when I hear their stories, and even when I see that video,
is their pain, man.
No, all I'm hearing is pain. And when I see the title of his video, I see trauma and pain there. So, God bless that. Can we come back and discuss along with the progression of each generation after us? That's a great. We got a lot of things we got to build on. We're gonna come up with a whole list of things we're gonna build on because a lot of this stuff has to go into the village, man. Because you know, at the end of the day, there are folks that are paying us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all help the movement stay alive and for us to you know, continue to give back to the community. Speaking of, we're coming up with a date now. It's either going to be it's going to be sometime in February. We're having our first official cash mob. We're trying to figure out a date during Black History Month. We're trying to lock down a location. Me and Kamari have been beefing about what to do. Pause. So we'll figure that out and we'll put it out there. But with that being said, though, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Sunday's class, Dividend Kings, with a whole class Sunday at 10 a.m. Next episode of Stack Sats and Dot Trying will be out next week early. More content of being in the village. I'll be day trading in the village like I am every week. What else is going on? Next Wednesday, Wealthy Wednesdays. Next Friday, Freedom Fridays. And if you're in the village, the chat is always open. Make sure y'all jump in the chat. We be having combos, man. I want to see more of y'all in there. K Diggy says Dick Gregory is crazy. He said our dealership was trying to kill him. He complained about the service, received a free full car detail, and said we overused chemicals trying to kill him.
Yo, I believe that. The crazy part is I believe every ounce and bit of that.
Baba Dick Gregory had trauma too, man. So K Diggy is hilarious, yo.
But I could totally see him doing that. Totally see
100%.
Especially when he saw it work. He got some free stuff. I'm gonna run that back. He probably said, huh? You hear me? Huh? Oh man. One of his songs, we created gangster rap, which influenced drill. Now here's my problem with that, right? Gangster rap existed for years. Who is responsible for gangster rap becoming a preeminent part of hip hop? Like we don't control any of that. We don't control the airwaves.
But nobody talks about that.
I listen to it.
Hip hop is always the punching bag, and it's crazy, right? They blame hip hop for everything, and if you don't realize what they're doing is because hip hop is now global, it's multicultural. But what they're really trying to say is black people are responsible for the demise of society, which is bullshit.
And I mean, it goes even further back than that. Like, anybody ever heard of the James Brown Joe Tech story where they was beefing over a woman and they was making diss songs and they R&B?
James about that action.
and he pulled up at his show, letting the blicky go. Like this beefing music ain't start with hip hop, dog.
Man, it's plenty of stories of R&B dudes.
Some R&B dudes be more gangster than hip hop dudes. That's not.
They be wilding, bro.
So I say all that to say, man, it's trauma in that, man. But you know, I mean, God bless the youngster, man. I appreciate his work, man. But I see pain when I see that kind of stuff, man. Like that's what I see. That's all I see, man. Joe Tex was a minister in the nation. You already know. Joe Tex is another legend, man. Folks don't know about that story. Go look up Joe Tex and James Brown. But we out of here, y'all. We love y'all. Peace and Black Power, Black Queens forever, and all the good stuff, man.
Peace, y'all. See y'all Sunday.
Peace.